tell you, if it's not one thing in this neighborhood, it's another. Sorry, I had to adjust the microphone down a little bit. The neighbors aren't screaming bloody murder at their children because they hate them, then they're playing their music way too loud. It's actually different neighbors that do those things. It's not the same neighbors, as obnoxious as that would be, but... I don't actually know how audible that music is in the background, but I can hear it. And they're probably going to be playing it all night because tomorrow's the solar eclipse in our area. So there's probably treating it like a big party, which is just grand. Definitely not going to bother me at all. I'm such a curmudgeon, what the hell? I just thought about that as I'm saying this. I'm like, I sound so old! Anyway, here we are again. I am still naked from neck to waist, but that will change soon enough. I actually only need 24 endurance to fully wear everything that I want to wear and still light roll with Havel's Ring, so that will be good. Hey Conquer, how's it going? Welcome back. It's going good for me, hope it's going good for you. Can't hear it, so you're good. That is a good thing to hear. I think it's just the bass, honestly, like the bass of the music, because it's like it bumps with the beat, you know what I mean? So it goes up and down and up and down and up and down as the beat goes through, so if anything does become audible, now you know why in the background while we're doing this. But it's, if you can't hear it, I mean, there's music playing currently, but I guess maybe, you know, it's not going to be loud enough to where it'll matter. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll just sort of play it by ear, quite literally, because it's audible, so... Bit drowsy from your meds, but otherwise all right. Hopefully the meds are kicking in, working for you for what they're supposed to do. Hopefully it's not a chronic thing, because that would be unfortunate. But I mean, I know how it is. It is what it is. But I don't want to pry. If it's a personal thing, you don't need to explain. But hopefully the meds are working the way they're supposed to, and hopefully you're on the up and up, because it would not be good to be on the down and down. Let me tell you what, or the up and down. Well, I guess that depends. I don't know. Either way, let's get started. I'll tell you who's about to be on the down and down. That would be me, because today we have to go down and down because the second Bell of Awakening is in Blighttown. But thankfully, I happen to know a little bit of a shortcut to get there, and it will make our life a lot easier. How you doing, everybody? Well, what is it? It's me. Welcome back to more Dark Souls, the stream edition. Still have me club. I still look like me caveman, though I have a little bit of metallic armor on, and we'll have a little more once we get 3 more endurance. Last time, we rang our first Bell of Awakening, then ran around and did a whole bunch of side stuff before we decided to make our way down to Blighttown to take care of the second one, which we'll do today. So the plan of action, basically, is to get endurance to 24. Excuse me. Do I want to go beat the Hydra now? Actually, before I do... Yeah, I might as well do that, because then I can hand the large ember to Andre. So I'll go do that, and then I'll kind of wrap my way around to Blighttown. If I can get past the zombie dragon, that would be great, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, plan of action today is, I guess first things first, we'll beat the Hydra. And then second things second, once we're done beating the Hydra, we'll... just head through. Usually you use this way, going through Blighttown, to use as like a shortcut to get out of Blighttown, but since you can just as easily use it to get into Blighttown, we're going to use it to get into Blighttown rather than going the long way around. The long way around has a couple of interesting items. It has the first katana that you can get without killing an NPC, so if you want to use a katana, you could always go there. It has the Power Within Pyromancy, which is a pretty powerful buff. It gives you 40% extra damage at the cost of your HP slowly ticking down for the next 100 seconds. So there's a few good things over there, some soul items and stuff. Problem is really that it's a very vertical level, and there's a lot of like scaffolding that you can very easily fall off of, and the enemies have push attacks, so like they'll push you a long distance when you get hit by them, so it's very easy to fall off. And I mean, that's fine, but I don't particularly care for that, so instead of going that way first, we're going to go that way second. We will have a reason to go back down to Blighttown later, so I'll just take the normal way when we actually have reason to go there, I think. In the meantime, we'll just go the short way. Unfortunately, the pain relief part of them is losing effectiveness as anticipated, but the drowsiness is an expected side effect, and a welcome one at that. Well, sorry to hear that the pain part, the pain inhibiting part is losing effectiveness, but at the very least you can sleep a little better, so that's good. Because sometimes, especially when you're in pain, that sleep helps, let me tell you what. It's not a whole lot of fun to try to sleep without some sort of drowsiness in your medication when you're in pain. No, it is not. It's like when I had my wisdom teeth out, they actually had I guess I decided I wanted to warm both of my feet in the bonfire today. Yeah, they actually gave me Oxy? I think they gave me Oxy. Like, they gave me, like, ibuprofen. Like, really strong ibuprofen, like 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. And they said, take this, and then if that's not enough, take Oxy. So the first night, because my gums wouldn't clot properly, my parents were like, no, you should really take the Oxy. It would probably actually help. So then I take the Oxy. And it shuts off my involuntary breathing mechanisms on my body for like 8 hours. I had to breathe voluntarily for 8 hours. If I went to sleep, I would have died. Like, I quite literally would have stopped breathing and just died. So, in case that didn't make it immediately clear, never taking Oxy again. Definitely does not agree with my body somehow. Not doing that to myself again. It's not a grab. Oh, you got me on the backswing. Clever dick. That's okay. We got enough moss clumps to be good to get by. Do we have enough HP to survive the zombie dragon attacking me once, though? Probably not, but we will try not to get hit by him. That's the best we can do. I mean, I guess I could just go round, but then I'd end up back at Firelink anyway, and at that point, it's like, what's the point of this whole excursion, right? So. Hang on. Oh, okay. Despite the fact that there is a solar eclipse in our area tomorrow, I have a dermatology appointment, actually, tomorrow early in the morning. And they've sent me like 3 separate messages to confirm my appointment. I already confirmed my appointment on by phone, I think, if I remember correctly. And they've still sent me the other 2. So it's like, guys, I'm not switching. Like, it's fine. You don't have to. I appreciate you making sure, but you don't have to be that in-depth about it. So, oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we'll do a little side content right now. I wonder if we one-shot the Hydra heads with a jumping, like an R2 attack with this thing two-handed. We've got enough strength for it, I can imagine. Each head only has like 225 HP, if I remember correctly, so... yeah, we'll see. We shall see what happens. Let me take a rest at this bonfire for a checkpoint. Take a drink while I'm at the checkpoint. Fix my compression bracelet because the top Velcro just fell off. It does that a lot, though. I think it's getting old. I might need a new one. Because the Velcro ain't really sticking on this one as well as it used to. I don't know. This one's kind of comfy, though. Like, I've used a different one previously to this, and I just had to get rid of it because it was just completely uncomfortable to wear. It, like, had a bunch of stuff jutting out of it, and it was just like, why did you make it this way? Why not just make it a sleeve like the other ones? So, oh, whatever. Conquer, I'm getting old. My body is becoming decrepit. I need to wear a bracelet so my arthritis doesn't bother me. Look at me. Look at what time has wrought. Oh, for Christ's sake. Hey, buddy. How's your health plan? It's pretty good. I don't think the Hydra sees me yet. Probably will in a second, but... probably after this guy sees me. The crest shield helps, though, because the water that they shoot at you is actually considered magic damage, so... not this time, buddy. Oh, you know what I need to do, though? Is I need to equip the Rusted Iron Ring. Oh, they're already shooting at me. Fun. Yeah, I need to equip the Rusted Iron Ring, because if I don't equip it, then I'm going to go down into the water there, and the water's just going to slow me all the way down. So. Gotta do that, or else we will be in trouble. And try to use this tree for cover. Oh, nice. That worked very well. Alright, now let's try to use the trees for cover for this guy, too. Unfortunately, I don't think the leaves have any hitboxes. It's just the actual, like, tree branches themselves that have hitboxes. Like, not the branches, but the trunks of the trees have hitboxes. So, yeah, I had a feeling that was going to kill you. So, like, the trunks have a hitbox, but the rest of the tree does not have a hitbox, which is a little troublesome, but, you know, it happens. But you want to get down into the water so that you can actually get this guy to melee. And once he melees, you can kind of just wait and then just jump and bonk something. I think I missed, despite the fact that there were like 8 heads. You can walk off in this lake, though, and since your dude doesn't know how to swim, well, I wouldn't recommend walking off. It's a little bit ahead of me here, like right about there, a little further than I went there. So. Alright, well, it's a 2-hit for each head, so that's not terrible. If you hear them roar, they're doing the melee attack, so just so that way you know. Not bad. Yeah, so you see how they're not roaring? They're doing the water splash, which still clipped me. Well, that's surprising. Yeah, I'll heal later. I'll heal now, actually. Okay, roar, so they're melee. I should hit this guy that's right next to me here. That keeps, like, actually hitting me. Oh, that was almost off the cliff. We don't, okay. Want to do that. Okay, I got a hit in. Good. Man, I'm getting hit by a lot of stuff. Okay, got one of the heads that was causing problems, so that's good. Water splash. I wasn't back enough for it to actually hit me. Okay. 2 hits with 1 hand is not enough to KO you, but that's fine. I should be able to KO you after this. That one's going to be the problem because he keeps going and then immediately recoiling. Got that head, so that'll give me a little more breathing room. Water molecules. Go this way. Just don't want to stand directly where you were standing on the water mountain, because that can be problematic. Okay, good. We got rid of the worst one. Now it's the 2 that I can't really hit because they go all over the place, which is fine. I'll just let's see. Is it 2? No, looks like it's just 1 now. It's just you there, huh? Okay, 72 is not bad. I'll take 72. Just kind of freeing this shit. That was a little off to the left. That's okay. I mean, I could just lock on there and do that, but this works. I'll let you go. Take 2 more arrows. And there we go, got him. So for defeating the Hydra, we get a Dragon Scale and the Dusk Crown Ring, which increases your spell uses, but also decreases your HP. I believe it's half and half, so like you get more spells, or maybe it's just spell power, actually. It's like, I never use it, that's the point. Yeah, extra magic casting, so I believe it's 50% more magic castings in exchange for 50% of your HP, so if you're planning on being a glass cannon build, it's probably okay for you, but I don't know. I've never been a big fan of losing HP. I don't use Power Within for the same reason. It's like, nah, I'll just kill the guy like in like 3 more hits. I don't need 40% more damage. It's fine. If I want to see big numbers, I'll go play Dark Souls 2 because you can like maximize your damage within the first 25 hours of that game. If I want the big numbers, I'll go play that instead. Let me read Conquer while I'm on the thing. Definitely sucks. Ibuprofen and the other pain relievers just lose effectiveness very quickly on you. Forgot to tell your doctor about that when you went for your current problem, but oh well. Getting old too. Body can sometimes just start cracking like no tomorrow, and you're not even 30 yet. That's just air pressure between your tendons and ligaments, though, being relieved. And I mean, it might. I don't know if that causes. If it causes pain, it could be inflammation as well. If it's inflammation, that means that you probably don't get enough omega-3s in your diet, because the omega-3s are the anti-inflammatory essential fatty acid. I know this because I'm taking nutrition classes now, so I can tell you this. Yeah, so you'll probably want to incorporate more of that in your diet, which means more fatty fish or putting ground flaxseed on your pastas. That's what I do anyway. That works great. Turmeric is a good anti-inflammatory agent as well, so not a bad one to stick on your stuff. If you don't want to buy the Crest of Artorias, by the way, because it's 20,000 souls, you could climb up this ladder and you could get into the back section of Darkroot Garden by just going that way instead, which might be a little easier for you than just trying to do it like the normal way, which is buying it from Andre. But I don't know. Andre's a good blacksmith. I might as well buy some stuff so I can keep him in business. Definitely don't try to jump down from here, though. You will regret it. Just glad I don't have the Pyramid Head metal helmet from Bloodborne on, or else I'd be all the way down the ladder. That would be no good. Again, the reason why we are able to jog here is because we have the Rusted Iron Ring equipped. You can kind of like jog along the sides if you just hug the walls like this without it, but if you're in the water up to your knees, you can't actually run at normal speed unless you have the Rusted Iron Ring equipped. And now that I'm here, one last quit and reload because the next section of this Hydra side quest actually doesn't activate unless you leave the area and come back. I guess I could have, like, I don't know, rested at a bonfire or something, but, you know. It's easier to just do this. And now that I'm back in, if we go over here, there's now a gold golem that wants to fight. All right, come on, big guy. Let's see what you've got. Okay. That's not bad damage. I can handle that. Do you have a 3-hit combo? No. I'm glad that was actually a 3-hit. I wasn't 100% sure for a second there. How did you... Were you trapped inside of his body or something?
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me.
Yes, ma'am.
Most gracious, I am deeply obliged.
Not a problem.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So,
oh, okay, because time is convoluted. Got it.
Allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval.
Oh.
Would this be of assistance to thee?
Actually, even though I'm not using any sorceries this run, there is one that you sell that I would definitely like to use, so sure, why not?
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature.
Okay.
It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Y'all, I'm tripping. I just saw a ghost. I don't think you can go around the other way to try to get through the lake. I think it cuts off at a certain point, so you have to go back the way you came. But now that we've rescued Dusk, basically you have to beat the Hydra in order for that golem to show up, and once the golem is defeated, Dusk comes out of it. She asks if you want her to sell you stuff, basically. She'll teach you the sorceries in exchange for souls. You say yes, and then she'll show up. I think you can still say no and still, like, the Ulasil is where the DLC takes place, and I think you can still say no to her and the DLC will still take place? I'm not 100% sure about that, though, so I'd have to fact check that one. But if you're human and you walk over here again, as you can see, there's now a white signature on the ground. If you summon her from it, which this is the only summon sign as far as I'm aware that doesn't require you to, like, have the boss still be alive, because there is no boss in Darkroot Basin. But she'll come back. And then you can buy stuff from her.
It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes.
And you can also learn the proper bow gesture from her, but I don't know, I kind of like my non-proper bow a little bit better.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem.
Ah.
From my home I was taken, and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth,
Well, I'm glad I could help you reneweth your faith there, young lady. Anyway, Dusk sells a couple of interesting things. The first one is the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst. This one requires 12 intelligence, which we don't quite have yet. I guess it also requires 3 strength. I'm not sure why that's there. Every class has far in excess of 3 strength, and it doesn't have a lot of durability. However, it does have really good magical adjustment once you have the intelligence to wield it. It actually has a flat 180 magic adjust, which is only a little bit less than our Pyromancy Flame will have at plus 15 when we use it for that. So it's very light, and it can be used as probably the most, I think it's the most effective sorcery catalyst up until about 32 intelligence. So if you're going to use sorceries and you're not quite going to go that far, then this is actually your catalyst of choice right here, because it'll have more magic adjust than anything else, and it weighs very little, so that actually helps quite a bit. But yeah, as you can see at the bottom, it says the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence. It tracks also with the catalyst itself. It's only as long as you have the minimum requirements, you will cast it at the same degree of adjustment as you would if you had, say, 30 something intelligence. So it's worth it for us to buy this one exclusively because of the fact that it only requires 12 intelligence. We have a Sorcerer's Catalyst, but it weighs more units, so I'm going to buy this one because it's a lot lighter. And then if you go over here, she's got a bunch of support spells you can use. Hidden Body, Hidden Weapon. Hidden Weapon, not really all that useful, I don't think, unless it's in PvP. Chameleon lets you turn into objects in the environment. It's kind of silly to play around with. Hidden Body's pretty useful, though. It makes you translucent so the enemies can't see you as easily, so that's not bad. Repair is also pretty good, but Repair Powder exists, so I don't really know. I guess it wouldn't be all that good, would it? Because it's kind of like, okay, but, you know, durability is not really a problem in this game, and also, you know, the Repair Powder exists, so why get the Repair spell? But on top of all of those, she sells this spell, Cast Light. Has 3 uses. You produce a little light above your character's head. You need 14 intelligence to use it. And it's probably the one support spell in this entire game that I just don't like living without. There are 2 other ways to produce light in this game, and both of them are a lot less convenient than Cast Light. So I'm going to buy this, and we're going to use it exclusively one time in the game, but it will be the one time that I actually need it. So that will be pretty useful for us. So thank you, Dusk. Appreciate it.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
I kind of wish you knew any flames that could guide me, because if you knew some pyromancies, I'd be down to come back here, but unfortunately you don't, so I kind of have to just run along now. Sorry. Alright, so back through the Valley of Drakes, and we shall see if we can... I mean, I guess I could go back to... I think I can just Homeward Bone at this point. I don't think I rested at Andre's bonfire. And that would get me back to... I'm going to try it, actually. Hold on. I think we might be able to just go straight back to Firelink with this, because I don't think I rested at anything. And if I did, it's just at Andre's. Oh, I rested here. Yeah. Well, that's fine. I walked... saved walking about 20 feet, so fair enough. What do I need to level up again? 8634. Okay. Well, the Brave Warrior Soul will give me a good chunk of that, but I'm not sure if I want to use that and have a bunch of soul. Well, I guess I'd be giving up almost 6,000 souls if I didn't do it, versus like the maybe 2,000 that I'll be giving up if I use this. So let's use it. It'll be a little more than 2,000, but that's fine. 22 endurance, 2210. That's fine. We'll make that work. 2 more endurance, and we can wear all my armor. Perfect. Oh yeah, I should probably put away the Dust Crown Ring and the Dragon Scale, huh? Don't really need those for anything. Dragon Scales can be used to upgrade dragon weapons, I guess. And also, on top of that, they can be used for a Covenant. I guess I haven't really explained Covenants on this run-through, have I? So, Covenants are NPC factions that you can join. We haven't really seen any yet because we didn't really bother with Petrus. He could give you the first one, the Way of White, if you want to use it, but... there is one Covenant that I'm going to join, and honestly, we might be able to join it today, depending on how far we get. We'll see. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like... They give you some slight benefits sometimes, but usually it's just kind of like, okay, well, whatever reward they give you for joining them is the benefit, you know? So, It depends, though. Some of them are a little more interesting than others, I guess. So. Oh yeah, and I guess you could also pick up Dusk's armor set if you go back to the spot where the golem is after you rest at a bonfire. But we'll be back in that direction eventually anyway, so I'm not really super concerned about it for now. So. Alright. Let's go then. Back down to the Valley of Drakes. Everybody's favorite. We're going to try to set up base in Blighttown a little bit. There's a bonfire that we can use right down there that I can use as sort of like a base of operations while we're there. I do need to give the... I think I might have... Did I run right past Andre and not give him the large ember? Because I didn't bother with doing that. That's okay. There is something else that I can do. I was thinking about my armor set with the reinforced club, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe I can... Because, I mean... It's not that there's anything wrong with this block of wood that I'm carrying, but... I don't know, with an armor set like this, it almost feels like I should have something metallic, you know? So I was thinking about that, and I said, oh, maybe we'll go get something metallic. Turns out there's actually a hammer that is metallic, that weighs the same number of units as the reinforced club. It doesn't have the bleeding effect that the reinforced club does, but it has a little bit more physical damage on it. It also doesn't have the jumping attack, which is a little bit of a shame, but, you know. We can do without that, maybe. We'll see. I think I want to go down to Blighttown, though, first before I get it, because there's a couple of things that I want to get in Blighttown that we can then take back up here to Firelink Shrine and use a little bit more effectively there. I just want to check, kind of, what would be my damage output against this guy? If I did this. 78. Well, the HP bar isn't really moving, which is a bit concerning. So I guess I'll just... Okay. That was a little close, huh? Just keep running. Just keep running. Oh my god. Oh my god. Almost pushed me off anyway. It's a good thing I was sprinting, because that would not have worked out otherwise. By the way, before you go down to Blighttown at this point, this is your last chance. If you don't want Lautrec to kill the Firekeeper at Firelink Shrine, this is your last chance to defeat him if you want to do it. You can beat him the normal way, or you can just push him off the cliff like I did. But make sure you beat him before you go down to Blighttown itself, because as soon as you step foot in it, that's the point of no return for that side quest. He'll kill the Firekeeper and take her soul with him to the city above, if you know what I mean. If you don't, we'll be going there soon enough, so don't worry about it. Hang on, take a drink before I deal with these barbarians. Alright. Now we'll deal with the barbarians. I almost kind of want to just, like... I think if I just walk, I might be able to attract only one of their attention. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, well, he's almost, like, halfway dead at this point anyway, so, like... We'll just deal with both of them. Why not? Just get him to attack. There we go. So I can take a shot at the other one. Take a swing, bro! Right here, bro! Who wants some first? You. I choose you. Alright. Down to just you now, big guy. Club versus club. How do you deal with fire? Okay, pretty good. Oh, okay, just, you know, don't roll when I tell you to roll, that's fine. Not like I pressed the circle button. Oh my god. Hold on. No, I don't have a second. I'm streaming.
Okay, when you just squeeze it and open the gate up.
The gate. Okay, so is it downstairs on the...
It's in.
It's in? Okay.
Yeah, you'll see a spot and you squeeze it and the thing will pull open. It swings either way.
Okay, I'll try it out when I'm done. Okay, thanks. Okay. Man, dermatology. My aunt texted me just now out of the blue for no reason. My dad needs me downstairs. This is what I mean, though, right? Like, you got neighbors playing music, neighbors screaming at their children. I know I just moved over here, but honestly, genuinely, I can't wait to leave. I don't have the financial means yet. And that's not to say anything about my family. I love my family, but, like, I have never been apart from them. So sometimes you need your space, you know. Oh well, that didn't finish him off. I'm gonna need a little more damage on my pyromancy flame before that'll finish them off. You know, it would have been really funny if I, those guys can very rarely drop a bigger club for me. And there's actually a bigger club in the swamps here of Blighttown, but it's kind of hard to go get because there's a whole bunch of variations on those guys that will throw boulders at you, which is kind of problematic. So a little harder to dodge around than guys with melee sticks, you know. Speaking of mallet. I need my mallet for this guy. Oh, okay, I just one-shot him with a two-handed attack. All right, cool. That'll... Excuse you? Can I help you? Goddamn mosquitoes! Yeah, the swamps of Blighttown are infested with gross, disgusting shit that likes to poison and bleed you. Oh, and speaking of poison and bleed, I should probably do something about that. Spider shield a go-go. There are multiple mosquitoes, and I think unless that's just a glitch of the light, which is distinctly possible. Yeah, there's a mosquito down there. We brought a few arrows, so we might as well use them. Ooh, someone's shooting something at me, though. Did you see that dart? Okay, there it is. And now we're toxified. So toxic is a pain in the ass because it's like worse poison. It takes your HP a lot faster than poison does. And as a result of taking care of that, and I now have to take care of this, and I'm going to get bled on. Never mind. There we go. So there's a toxic dart dude down there that's trying to deal damage to me with his toxic blow darts. I just kind of want to wait and see if there's any more mosquitoes to deal with, because I think they come in waves of 3, if I remember correctly. Just trying to see if any of them are coming from down there, up there, all over the place. Probably not. All right, I'm just gonna go down. Forget it. Okay. So yeah, those blow darts, he toxified me immediately last time. Now, we can just block them with basically no stamina loss whatsoever with the spider shield, and they do nothing. And we kill them in one hit. Good. Ah, but I saw quite a few more toxic blow dart guys. This one has found a way to wall hacks because he's shooting me through the walls. Let me go over here so I can... no, I want to actually just press OK on the purple moss clump that he dropped. They might drop blooming purple moss clumps for you as well, but if they toxify you and you don't have any blooming purples with you, goodbye. Because toxic does a lot. Does a lot of damage, and it is not much fun to try to deal with without blooming purple moss to save you. I think there's a guy to the left here. But just keep your shield up, because they can't deal enough stamina damage to actually break your shield with their poison dart shots. That guy apparently saw me already. Don't know how he managed that one. There's a guy over here. He'll shoot at me from the sides. Ah, okay. Just put this up. I think the one might have fallen, actually, because he's not shooting at me anymore. It's not this guy, I don't think. If it was, he's got a hell of a cannon for an arm. Well, for a mouth, I guess. Yeah, he definitely ran up from somewhere. So probably you get close enough and they try to run away from you. So maybe he ran and then he ran off the ledge. Because usually I think he's right over here. I want to say. Sir, where the hell did you go? Down there? Maybe? Kind of hard to tell. Tell you what's down there with him, though, is a bunch of hellhounds. Ah, there he is. I see him. Does my target lock see him? Yes, it does. Good. Gotcha. thanks for the purple. I'd rather a blooming, but I still have one spare, so... Alright, so there's a bunch of hellhounds down there. They're teeny tiny little versions of the pups that we saw in the depths and in the lower berg. But these ones breathe fire, so you'll forgive me if I don't want to go down there to greet them and pet them. Actually, no lock on. I would much prefer to shoot that dog. Nice dodge. Man, you guys are trained well. Catch you on your way over, though. Can't train you to get away from that. Alright. Hang on. There we go. Caught him in the leg a little bit there. That's kind of nasty. We should have enough wooden arrows to take care of all my business down here, I think. If we don't, well, we'll be going back up anyway, so it's fine. So that's 3. Any other ones? Kind of hard to see with my screen the way that it is. I know there's 2 more down there. I kind of don't want to slide down just yet, though, if possible, because there's like 2 more down that way, like closer to that water wheel. And then there's 2 more in an alcove to the right that has an item that I would like to grab if possible, so... The blow dart guys, by the way, as far as I know, don't respawn. So once you've dealt with them the first time, they're no longer a threat to you at all. They'll just be gone forever, so... No, okay, well... Excuse me, I was kind of hoping that I'd, like, break the process, but... Go on, take a breath. There you go. Quite a bit of purple moss, though, so now I can free myself up from poison a little easier. Alright. Be careful in this spot because those guys, like, it's not even those guys, it's really the architecture too, because the architecture can sometimes, like, push you off of the ledge. It's kind of not a whole lot of fun. But we took care of most of the threat. I'm not willing to say that all of the dart blowers, the blow dart guys, are dead at this point. I'm pretty sure there's a few left, but I could be wrong. That hellhound definitely knew how to dodge. Too bad it couldn't dodge all of my attacks. Yeah, he would have been having me going back to the bonfire up, and I would have been like, okay, see ya. I'm going back to Firelink. Forget it. Okay. They're all gone. They might be moving, but that's just rigor mortis. Alright, now we want to be careful here because I don't want to attract the attention of the hellhounds to my right and the ones that are straight in front of me. That you can kind of... Oh, okay. There's a blow dart guy. Got him. And that's the last one. Okay. Like I said, I knew there was one more left somewhere. Just didn't know where. Yeah, I'm willing to bet if I walked too far that one way or the other, that hellhounds over there would start fighting me. So, can I hit this guy? Yeah, I can. All right, cool. Go on, take a swing, bro. I dare you. Ow. Oh yeah, I got no wolf ring on. I'm like, wait a minute. Shouldn't be staggering me. No wolf ring. I don't need the rusted iron ring right now because we're not down in the swamp yet. Once you get down into the swamp, there's poor footing down there. So you won't be able to walk around quite as freely as you are right now. It's all good though. We'll figure it out. Alright, now just kind of go off to the side a little bit. Yeah, I had a feeling. There we go. Attract your attention. Hope the other ones don't come running up. Ooh, nice dodge. You can kind of get away with, like, waiting for them to breathe fire if you back up a little bit. Yeah, see? They'll breathe fire, and that makes it a little easier to hit them. Because then they're kind of stuck in place for a minute or two, breathing fire at you. So I might be able to hit this one with 2 arrows just to get rid of him before the other one sees me. Nice. And that's all of them. Well, all except one. We'll deal with that one in a minute. Here's another Firekeeper soul for us, though. We can get the Estus Flask to +3 as a result of that, so that's a good thing. You take a drink while I'm, knock on wood, relatively safe. Till the last toxic blow dart guy shows up, although I have a blooming purple, so that wouldn't be a huge deal. It'd be a pain in the neck, but it wouldn't be a huge deal. I don't know if this surface is smooth enough to make me fall off of it, so I'm going to choose not to go down there. There is something cool you can see, though, if it doesn't glitch out like it did the last time and you go down over there. So we'll see in a moment. No, I thought that was like a door or something. It's just like a little grate that doesn't appear to have any effect on anything. That's fine. I don't think we need the spider shield anymore because there are no more toxic blow dart guys on this side of Blighttown. Because if you just go down to the whatchamacallit from here to the swamp from here, I don't think there's any more of them to deal with. If you go the other way to get onto Blighttown, there are more of them, but they're usually only like in one place at a time. That little section there is a very highly concentrated number of them, so it's a little tougher to deal with them because there's so many of them. But that's okay, we dealt with them, so. I'll be honest, I've only ever seen those guys do one attack, and that's the little fireball thing that they spew at you. It's like a little fire line that they'll spew at you if you sit there for too long. So. Okay, I was gonna say that's the water wheel. It sounded like the tree was moving. That was what the sounds were there, but I still wouldn't recommend walking across a smooth tree branch like that because it probably doesn't have the best hitboxes, even though this is in 60 FPS. I don't know if I ever... Oh, I guess there's nothing over there. I was gonna say, I don't think I ever went to the left over here, but nothing over there, so... As for the water wheel... Oh, look, he's actually on the water wheel this time. Yeah, there's a little hellhound that's running like a hamster on the water wheel up there. I didn't think about it until it's too late to look at it, but I might be able to see it from here. Let's see. I don't know if I go up enough. Yeah, I don't go up enough quite to see him. We'll see him on the way back up. Hopefully I'll remember. But yeah, so he's running on the wheel like a hamster. It's kind of funny. What was I going to say? Yeah, you can use the water wheel to get down if you use the little... What are those even called? The little spigot things, not spigots, but the little platforms on the water wheel. I wouldn't know. I don't exactly use a water wheel on a daily basis. Dark Spirit Man-Eater Mildred has invaded. Oh good, because I'm in human form. Probably should have rested at the bonfire first, but here she comes, so I guess there's nothing else for it. Come on, Mildred, let's see what you got. I might be doing backstabs here because I don't have target shield on. I guess I can fix that, though. Haha. See how much that does. Blech! That does all of it. Well, very good. She also gave me almost 9,000 souls, some humanity, some more humanity, and her butcher's knife. It's a pretty good weapon, although I think it's better in Dark Souls 2 if I remember correctly, so take a look. I've got enough strength to use it, to be fair. Yeah, it's not bad considering it's a +0. It's only slightly, well, I guess not slightly worse. It's substantially worse. But it's got good scaling, so that's not bad. It's also pretty heavy, though. 10 pounds is kind of a lot. Wouldn't be able to light roll with that at 24 endurance, that's for damn sure. Alright, anyway, where was I? Ah, yes, clearing these guys. You know, why am I clearing this guy out? I need to rest at the bonfire that's over here instead. Because this bonfire that's over next to this guy is going to serve as our little checkpoint for this area, basically. You know what else I've never seen these guys do? Drop an item. Like, what the hell do you guys drop? Do you drop anything? Because usually the answer is no, as far as I'm aware. Alright, I'm going to rest here. And, you know, since Mildred gave me the opportunity, I'm going to kindle this bonfire. She gave me her humanity, so I might as well use it for something useful. Get that 10 Estus real quick. That should help out with running around in the swamp down here, because the swamp down here, in case you didn't notice it there, it has a tendency to poison you, so yeah, we'll need to use some of that purple moss that we've got hanging around there. I should probably use these black fire bombs for something. Maybe later. I'll find a use for them. Still got a Proud Knight Soul, so I'll keep that in mind. And once we get back to the surface, after we beat the boss down here, we're actually going to come into quite a bit of souls as a result of all of this extra garbage that I'm carrying around. So we will... if you can't buy something at the moment, don't worry about it. You're about to get quite a large infusion of souls as a result of fighting and defeating the next couple of bosses, as well as going back to the surface. So, oh, you know, I've got 14 large arrows as well, so that's 68 arrows. That should be good for a little while. And we may be just... I think we're going to be just shy of being able to get to 24 endurance, but we'll see in a moment once I go to level up, and we'll see how much we need. And we'll go from there. Let's see, 23. We are 17 souls shy if we use that Soul of a Proud Knight that I've got in there. Don't you just love when that happens? Alright, well, before I do anything, let's go over here. All the way to the end of this, because we can grab a treasure while we're here that we can put away in the box. I'll probably walk outside and kill the one fire guy that's over there, and then we'll just level up again. We'll use the Soul of a Proud Knight, level up again, and then we'll get our 24 endurance so we can put all of our armor on. We'll be a little bit more sturdy. I mean, frankly, quite honestly, even though I'm slim body build, I'm still built like a brick house in this game. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, look at my back, man. Look how chiseled that is. I could never get that in real life. Well, I could, but I'd probably also hurt myself, if I'm honest. Because I'm not exactly a professional bodybuilder, you know. So, I'm gonna take care of that guy. Pop the soul. Not that soul, this soul. Firekeeper soul is not for sale. And then rest before the mosquitoes get here. Get our 24 endurance. Level 40, not even bad. We can start working on our vitality, actually, and probably attunement a little bit as well. Now that we have Pyromancy Flame in our inventory and a Pyromancy to work on, well, we'll be able to buy Fire Orb pretty soon as well because of the infusion of souls we're going to get, so it'd be probably worth our while to start thinking about getting one more attunement slot so we can put a bunch of spells there, as well as getting some more vitality so I can actually have enough HP to survive long enough to use it. So, I put away that dragon scale. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on all this stuff. We're going to get, I think, a couple more large Titanites, just guaranteed from pickups that we're going to get around here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We probably should have given the large ember to Andre before coming down here, but I don't know, our damage is pretty good, so I'm kind of okay with the idea of just sticking with what we've got here. So, and there you go. Wear all my armor in light roll. Perfect. Alright, so time to clear out the swamp of all of its treasures, because the stuff down here is what I actually care about, not the stuff that's available on the other side of Blighttown. Although if you came in from the other side, you would end up over by where that guy is, over there. Past the pillar that's over there you'd end up, but we'll go over by that section in just a moment once I clear the swamp in this direction first. So, because there's a few treasures over here. The boss of the area is actually over in that direction, but if we look, can kind of take a look here if I zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so those are the other types of barbarians down here. They have boulders in their hands, and they will throw the boulders at you from long distance. Kind of tough to dodge because the boulders have surprisingly large hitboxes, so just be careful if you're going to take them on. Okay, but as you can see, I am now poisoned. But poison regular by itself doesn't really tick for huge chunks of damage, so it's pretty manageable. I might equip those purple moss clumps that I've got, though, just to have them around. I don't have to keep Estus chugging, you know. Oop, hello. Back up a little bit so the mosquitoes don't have as much room to bonk me. I backed up a little too much. They can't quite fly that fast. Back. Back. Oh, right. It's not an attack where I'm punching them or anything, so it's less of a bap and more of a pew! Let me equip those purple moss clumps before I forget. And there's two more Boulder Barbarians over there. The item that they're guarding is the Great Club. It is the big version of the club that I have. Weighs quite a bit, but definitely very damaging. At the same level of strength that I have currently... Oh my god, he's meleeing me with his boulder. Okay. I thought there was an item over here. I was wrong. At the same level of strength that I have currently, the Great Club deals like... something ridiculous, like 600 damage or something. Here's the item I was looking for. Okay, they aren't following me. The mosquitoes are, but not the infested barbarians. Those are the ones I'm concerned about. Yeah, the Great Club at 27 strength if you two-handed. I think you need 28 in order to use it one-handed. But if you two-handed it like 27 strength, it deals over 600 damage. It's kind of ridiculous. At plus 15, that is, I should say. Still, like, that's nutty damage. Like, for such a little amount of investment in a stat, for it to deal that kind of damage is absurd. And, I mean, it's because it's a large weapon, so it's supposed to have a really slow moveset to compensate for it. But its rolling R1 is actually very fast for a weapon of its size, so it's not even a problem that you really have to deal with. You know, I'm actually going to go across. I think there's a couple of guys that I can... Okay, there's our headquarters. There's our base of operations. Here's you. Just got to be mindful of my HP values here. Bonk. Huh. Must not have hit him right on the nose, because if I had, it would have killed him in one hit. I wonder if that's a lingering effect from Demon Souls axes and hammers, because in Demon Souls there was a direct hit system where if you hit the enemy with the correct part of your weapon... Oh, that's why, because there's like 3 spawn points for mosquitoes. It's not a wonder they're so annoying. They're all spawning all over the friggin' place. Man, Cole's having fun. Yeah, what was I saying? So there was a direct hit system in Demon Souls where if you hit with the correct part of the weapon, it actually dealt more damage. So I wonder if there's like a holdover effect in this game for that somewhat. Also, there's an item behind me, but I want to take care of the mosquitoes first before they become problematic, so let's do that. Hey, buddy, how's your health plan? Not very good. Because he died in one hit. And killed him in one hit. Game is too easy. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to get smacked in the face or something by something ridiculous here. Oh, a poison mist pyromancy. You know, I didn't even know that these were over here. I always gloss over them, I guess. Where are they? Okay, there's the bonfire. So relative to them, they're right there. All right, cool. Well, poison mist might come in handy for something a little bit later. Too easy, you say? This gets invaded by somebody who's using a twinking set. They just dark bead me to death immediately. Is there mosquitoes? Yep. Had a feeling. I like to grab all of the items in one run down here on the surface of Blighttown's swamp, because then you don't have to deal with as many mosquitoes for as long, because, like... If you do it in multiple goes, you're going to have to kill the mosquitoes, and sometimes, like, in multiple goes, and sometimes that's kind of costly because you have to keep using arrows over and over again to kill them because they keep respawning, so, like, you'll end up having to kill, like, 3 waves of mosquitoes per thing, and it's like, okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. This is getting out of hand, guys. You need to stop. Alright, we'll go get this part first. I wonder how piercing does on these guys. Let's use the large arrows. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that. That damage. Actually, I didn't expect them to have such low HP, if I'm fair. There's another green Titanite shard for us. These leeches are actually pretty good, though, because there's quite a lot of them down here, and they drop 5 green Titanite shards each if they drop an item. So that's kind of good for if you need a divine weapon or a fire weapon. Or a magic weapon. There's you can actually enhance a weapon into magic as well. And if you use green Titanite, you can do all 3. So that's kind of nice. Why am I using these arrows, though? Like, I was using it just for damage purposes before, just to check and see the kind of damage it deals, but I might need the arrows for ye old mesquites, so. What you up to, son? Playing with your friend's dead body? That's not very nice of you. Tree branch to my left, in case you couldn't see that. We will go up that tree branch in just a little bit. For now, I have one other place I'd like to be, and that place is where all the leeches are at, because there's a ton of them down here, just an absolute ton. And they all have a pretty decent chance of dropping either 1 large Titanite shard or 5 green Titanite shards for me. And if they drop, Either one of those will be really useful, honestly, because the one large Titanite, we only need 2 in order to get our reinforced club enough large Titanite shards to get it to +10. So, because I think we only need 7, I want to say. I could be wrong. I think I might. Actually, it might be 9. Whatever. It doesn't matter all that much, honestly. Excuse me. But there's also the hand axe to think about, which is currently divine, +0. So, well, now it's divine plus a lot more, because there's 5 green Titanite shards right there. We get one more drop like that, and we will have far in excess of the green Titanite that we need in order to get the hand axe to divine +5. So that's good. If we don't get a lot of large Titanite, I'm not too concerned about it, because in a little bit here, it'll be very easy to get. So we can't buy it right now, but we can buy it soon. So that's basically the gist. I wouldn't recommend buying it right away from the very first merchant you see it from, though, because there's actually might be a slightly less expensive way to get it shortly after the first merchant that you... Well, actually, honestly, the first merchant that you see, quote-unquote, that can sell it, you may not even see him, because he's kind of off in a... not really a hidden spot, but it's not right on the beaten path, so... no, aim at the one that's in your field of vision there, bro. Bonk him on the head for an overkill. Okay, I've attracted one of their attention. Go on. Get rid of you. Got 2 to deal with. That's okay. Good. Well, that one is freaking out, man. Take a chill pill. You're dead. It's not that serious. Oh, there's another large Titanite. That's kind of nice. Yeah, we haven't really used any of our poison moss clumps, but you see why I wanted to have 10 Estus while I'm down here? You don't even need poison moss clumps if you have 10 Estus, so... kind of helpful. Bonk your tail. I think he dropped something. Did I see that right? No, that was just the sheen of his flesh. That's unfortunate, but... yeah, what can you do, right? Just glad I didn't accidentally just kick that guy. Oh, another large Titanite. Good. Could use a little of both, so... what you gonna do, friend? Melee attack? Alright, alright. No more drops for me. We do get a server over here, though. Anybody feeling hungry? Because the server gives you HP back with every hit that you do. So that's kind of an interesting weapon, I suppose. It's a curved greatsword, so it's a little unwieldy. I mean, it needs 24 strength and 13 dex to wield, but it has more scaling and dexterity than it does in strength, so it's kind of a quality weapon, I guess. But I guess it's interesting, too, because it provides that HP when you hit the enemy. Could be useful with the Ring of the Evil Eye as well. We didn't get the Ring of the Evil Eye because it's down in a section of the depths that I don't like going to. But if you defeat an enemy with the Ring of the Evil Eye equipped, you restore 30 HP for each enemy you defeat. So that, in combination with the server's 7 HP per hit, can make, you know, it's probably pretty sustainable, all things considered. So... pick up any souls of, like, a Proud Knight or something. We got 3 large souls of a Proud Knight. Okay. We're going to try to use those, because we're going to go up this tree, and I want to have as few souls as possible going into this area. Plank shield? Well, that's not good treasure. Now I'm frustrated, and I'm going to take it out on the tree. Sorry, wrong wall. There. Well, treasure chest. That's a little better. What we got in here? Twin Humanities? Still not the best treasure. Still gonna take it out on the wall. Yeah, there's actually 2 illusory walls in this little section here. And if you go this way, you can get to, well, the Great Hollow. I didn't know it was gonna pop up right away, but it's kind of a unique area. It's a very vertical level, And in Demon Souls, vertical levels were mostly down as well, kind of like how this area is mostly down in its verticality, but I don't know, I find it more interesting for some reason than some of the Demon Souls levels. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it's like the inside of a hollowed out tree. It's kind of a unique locale, I suppose. Large souls give 3,000 apiece, so we can level up by using 2 of them. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll do 12. No, I shouldn't get 12 attunement yet because I don't have another spell. I have cast light that I could stick in there, but I can't use it because I don't have the intelligence for it. So I will not get to 12 attunement just yet. We'll get there in a little bit. We can actually use that stuff. All right, go ahead and put those away. We got 6. Got 7 green Titanites, and I think we need 2 more. Which, we can get more green Titanite. I'm not even worried about it. You see all these other Titanite chunks that are higher end than the green Titanite shards? Every Magic Divine or Fire Infusion chunk that you can get can be turned into green Titanite shards by trading them with somebody in just a little bit here, so I'm not super concerned about it. Let's put away some of the other stuff that we've gotten, though, because I don't need any of that stuff. Oh, the Reinforced Club I probably should have repaired before I came down here. It's at, like, almost half its durability. Yeah, it's okay, though. It'll make it for long enough for us to get out of here. Not planning on using it on much down here, I'll tell you what. It's probably going to be just kind of hanging around down here. And also, I'm probably not going to fight any more of the, whatchamacallits while we're down here. The mosquitoes. I'm probably just going to run back to the bonfire, back to our home base once we get back into Blighttown from the Great Hollow. But there's a few things that I'd like to pick up while I'm here in the Great Hollow, and we'll see if they work out in my favor, or if I just end up dying by falling way too far, way too many times. There's a total of 5 items that I'd like down here, so let's see if we can grab them. Alright, 16 vitality. We can start working that up. I'd like to get it to 24 before I reach level 50, which would mean another 8 levels worth of it. So, like, if I could get to 24 vitality, 12 attunement, 24 endurance before I hit level 50, that'd be where I'd want to be, honestly. Then maybe get the intelligence up to 14. Probably get attunement up to 14 as well. And then, I don't know, probably just level vitality and endurance for the rest of the game. Go from there. I think if I remember correctly, if we, with the build that I'm planning on using, if we get to 39 endurance, I can actually light roll with the Ring of Favor and Protection equipped rather than the Havel's Ring. So that might be something to consider going forward. It will affect the vitality that I have going forward, but we can worry about that later. For now, I'm pretty sure this won't kill me. Okay. Well, it almost did. But it's worth it, because down here is one of the best rings in the game. The Chloranthy Ring, which gives you stamina back faster than you would normally get. Kind of similar to how the Grass Crest Shield works, although I think it's a little more powerful. I think it's like 20 points of stamina more regenerated per second, rather than the 10 that you get from Grass Crest. Which, I mean, you can stack them with each other, so it doesn't really matter. You put both of them on, you're getting 30 points more stamina per thing. Like if I do this, watch my stamina go back up now. Look how quick that was. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So that's the first item. Now we just need to find the other 4. The other 4 are all Titanite chunks of some variation. And if I'm honest, I don't quite remember where they all are. But that is okay. We'll find them out in just a little bit. I just need to find the correct places to drop, really. Don't think that's it. I saw an item down there, but I don't think that's it. Yeah, it's not that one down there. I think if I keep going down, though... Yeah, it's not this one, but I know what the area looks like. Oh, it is this one. Okay, never mind. So the one that I was thinking of is actually further down, then. Okay. I'm thinking of the first white Titanite chunk that's in this area, which I do want to grab so that way I can get to the correct number of... Basically, I want to get to a total of 7 white Titanite chunks if possible, because that'll get me to plus 10 on a Titanite chunk weapon. Do I just drop here? I guess so. Gonna have to... I had fall control the last time I did this, but... Ow. My leg! The area looks kind of similar to that one down there, but it's not quite that one. It's like a little alcove, almost. Is that it? I think that's it, actually. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I can get to it from here, though. No, this should be fine. I'll just tee it up. Okay. Here's our first white titanite chunk in the area. So now we've got, I think that's number 4? Could be wrong about that, though. So there's one more regular titanite chunk to find, and it's further down than the next white titanite chunk. So I'm going to try to find the next white titanite chunk first. We got to go down a little further, though, before we get to the white titanite chunk. It's actually down, see where the lattice is down there? There's like a bunch of roots down at the bottom, and it almost makes a floor. That's where the next white night chunk is between white titanite chunk. Did I say white night chunk? That's funny. White titanite chunk is between that lattice floor and the second lattice floor that's below it. So, but as you can see down there, something is a-breathing, waiting for me to make my way down, pacing impatiently to try to find me. What is this? Oh, blue titanite chunk. Okay. I'll take that too, actually, because I can turn that into green titanite shards, so ain't even bad. I mean, I can probably grab that one as well, but it's in a bit of a precarious spot. I'm gonna have to, like, push the control stick all the way to get to it. Yeah, okay, well, okay, never mind. Again, just don't roll when I press the roll button, please. So, this is where they hid you, is it? These are basilisks. They curse you with their breath. It's a good thing we have a few purging stones, just in case we need them. But yeah, don't stand in their breath. Their breath is not even toxic. It's even worse than toxic. So, but they're nightmare fuel as well, because they like to run up on you and spit at you. It's not a whole lot of fun. I'm gonna brave the curse fog for a second to kill this one. Thankfully, the fog goes away pretty quickly, so if you deal with them one-on-one, it's usually not too bad. It's when you start dealing with more than one at a time that it gets a little sketchy. Is that a dead one? Yeah, okay, that's the one I just killed. So you know what it probably is there's probably 2 of them here, and then 4 down there. That's not our other titanite chunk right there. That's, I think, a red titanite chunk. And then the white one, you can, I think, see it from somewhere around here, but I don't think... I think getting it from here is a lot harder, if I remember correctly, than getting it from down there, because you got to fall a lot farther. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go down and try to deal with the basilisks in the area. Wish me luck! Should probably just scroll my way down and try to get it over with, you know, because I see one there, 2, 3. That one's already spitting. I'm just gonna go. Forget it. Get it out of the way. Brave the curse fog. Ooh, that goes up pretty quick, though. I better be careful. Going this way. Forget it. I heard one. He was spitting. But was he spitting facts? Probably not, but okay. Go. Oh, hello. Deal with you. Get out of the way of your brother. But yeah, see what I mean? Once you start getting more than one in the mix, it starts to get a little out of control. Just run in circles. I was gonna say just run in circles and you'll be fine, but apparently this route is trying to prevent me from going anywhere, so... Oh, he dropped something. Eye of Death! Okay. Oh, that one dropped his life. Thank you. It's very helpful. Okay. And that takes care of all of them. Perfect. Can't use those Eye of Death for anything, or that Eye of Death for anything just yet, but I might as well tell you what the use is for, because I don't know if we'll ever get a chance to use it. It's used for another covenant. You can increase your allegiance to the covenant with that item. So, is it here? I remember there being like a dropping point or something that you can see it from. Maybe it's I can see it from over here. Is that how it was? Yeah, that's it right there. That's where the item is right there. So what you're going to want to do is kind of like walk slowly off the edge of that part of the lattice, and then I think if you do it right, you'll drop directly to that ledge. So, wish me luck again. Because I sure as hell can't see where the hell I'm going. I'm gonna, like, miss it by an inch or something, watch. Yep. Knew it was gonna happen, just didn't know when or how. Knew I was gonna die, just didn't know when or how. Alright, so now we gotta get down again a little bit, but that's okay. It's not really a huge deal. I mean, I say that, but it's probably gonna be a major pain to get back down there because now I gotta kill the 6 basilisks again. But once we get down there, we got the other regular Titanite chunk. No, we didn't. That's a lie. The white Titanite chunk is just that one there, and then that I showed. Oh, look, a crystal lizard. Damn. Actually, the crystal lizards might not be too bad to take on while you're here, because if you go like this, you quit and reload, they'll actually respawn, so then you can take them down while you're here. And I think they drop some pretty good materials, too, so it might not be a bad idea to do this. I'm just going to check and see what this one drops. I think it's pretty random, though, what they do drop, so... Oh, he didn't respawn. Maybe he didn't start here. Maybe he ran off the ledge or something. I thought it was quit and reload. Maybe it's not. Oh, well. Oh, okay, so this is where we came out for the Chloranthe ring, so let's just take the same path down that we did for Chloranthe, and we should be good. Think. I'm not even worried about the souls that we dropped either. Like, if we lose those souls, then too bad. That's tough shit. Because I wasn't going to use them for anything anyway, so, like, you know, it's fine. Did I go this way? I don't feel like I went this way. I must have, though. No, you know what? I dropped off. That's what I did. I dropped off to, like, one of these ledges down here to get the white Titanite chunk. That's what I did to get to the latticing. Okay. I don't want to be here. I'll tell you what. This is not a good place to be. But where do I go from here? I guess I can drop down there, but... Is this where I dropped to get... Yeah, this is where I dropped to get the chunk. Okay, so let's go here then. Drop right there. Top off, because fall damage is definitely a thing I have to account for in this playthrough, although there won't be so many vertical levels that I'm going to want to have fall control, you know. I mean, we're going to take a little fall damage. It's just kind of inevitable, but, you know, we don't have to be so concerned about it that we have to, like, build around it, you know. I don't think I should have fallen here. Yeah, I probably should have stayed on this branch. Because here, I'm going to have to, like, drop off... Yeah, I don't really know how I... Okay, well, I don't want to do what I was about to do there. That would not have been good. Maybe I can get enough distance by going like that. Nope, I can't. Okay, that's fine, though. I'm still alive. I'm about to get cursed, but I'm still alive. Yes, I'm still alive. Why don't you come over here and say that to my face? Do you die to one hit from this? Yes, you do. Okay, perfect. So, 2 basilisks, then 4, and then we can tee it up again. Yeah, definitely don't want to breathe in too hard there. Because it probably wouldn't work out for me. Okay, here's the ladder. Again, wish me luck. I should be able to see my bloodstain pretty close by, though. Yeah, it's right here. Well, hello to you, too. Oh, my God. Okay. Don't want to walk too far, because then I'll attract the attention of another one, but okay. Making quite a few clouds here, there. Making some waves. Oh, he's behind me. Never mind, that was his friend. Okay. Death clouds! Get away! Oh, okay. One of them died. Not the other one, though. I have death? I have death. Huh. Wait, I'll take it. Gotta be careful, because one time I was doing this run back, and one of the basilisks dropped off, and I thought he was dead, but I didn't see the soul, so then I was trying to tee up one of the jumps here, and he came back and whacked me in the back. So that's real great. Okay. Real great. Try and figure out how to make it over to me here now, huh? Yeah. I got your number, sir. I got your number. Alright, is this the branch that lets me see the white chunk? Yes, it is. So... kind of on the left side, it looks like. I'm I'll be able to drop off properly. So like if I like press up against this, maybe? Like that? Like that. Okay, that's how you do it. And then just slowly walk. And there's our second white titanite chunk in the area. Very good, very good. Now where the hell do I go from here? Because wherever I go, it's probably gonna hurt, if I'm honest. I think right there, though. Yeah, okay. I almost regretted it because I almost slipped off and definitely died again, but, you know, I think I'm going to top off, though, right here, because I can probably drop there. Be fine. I think. I'm going to do that. Okay. And I think that's the item we're looking for right there, so I'm going to try to grab that from here. Yeah, I'm going to try to grab that from here. Okay, and then just do that. And, yep, there's the other titanite chunk. Let's get the hell out of here. I would not recommend going any further down here. Not even because there's anything difficult down there, but because of the fact that there's actually a bonfire at the very bottom of the Great Hollow in the next area that it's connected to. And at this point in the game, if you go down there and you rest at that bonfire, you are soft locked in that area, because you would have to walk vertically out of the Great Hollow, and it's not impossible to do, but it is very easy to die trying to get out of here, so I would not recommend it personally. But we got our prizes out of it. Got more titanite chunks, got more white titanite chunks, got the chloranthy ring. That's all good. And we are at, all right, 2 blue, 3 white. Okay, yeah. And that's fine. That is exactly where we want to be. All right. Now that we've done that, let's head back out. Go kill a few more leeches in Blighttown, and then I actually don't think I need any. I'll just keep grass crest and rusted iron. I don't think I need the spider shield anymore. For now, anyway. We'll kill a few more leeches, see if we can get another... Well, I guess we don't really need to kill any more leeches now, do we? Because we have enough chunks to get the green titanite that we need, so... I guess we don't need to worry too much about it. Excuse me. So maybe it'd be worth it to just stay down here in Blighttown and just go confront the boss. Like, I know we're only at a +5 weapon, but, like, I can gold pine resin this thing, so I'm not really super concerned about it. I mean, if I gold pine resin and then I die to the boss, then that's a shame and a half, because then I'm going to have to deal with crap damage. But, I mean, when I was using the hand axe in the previous run, it only did 87 damage a hit, and we managed, so... I don't know. I think we'll still manage. Just spitballing, but I think we'll still manage. Ooh, I've attracted the attention of quite a few leeches. But also got rid of both of them, so that's perfectly fine. No drop for me. Alright, fair enough. Let's sprint back to the bonfire. We can rest at it. This little chunk of land over to my right here is actually where you would come down if you went through the front entrance to get to Blighttown, so... so then you'd end up in the swamp right here, and you can just kind of go from there. But we ended up going the back entrance, so that works too. 10,420. Something tells me I'm not going to have enough souls just hanging around in my inventory to fix that, because I didn't really pick up any souls in the thing, and the Firekeeper soul is only good for enhancing my Estus flask, so yeah, not going to be able to do anything about that. Okay, we'll carry about 56 or 5,700 souls with us into the boss arena, because why the hell not? That'll be a little more than that, because I got to kill like 4 of these guys on the way there, but that's fine. We'll make it work. We'll get poisoned along the way, and the boulder guys are not going to be too happy about me just wandering around down here, but... Oh good, I'm poisoned without being able to see my poison menu. Must be another one of those little glitches. Finding a few more of them than I expected to find this time around. So the cave is up there, so we're going to run so that these boulder guys don't do anything upsetting to me. They're already throwing stuff at me, so, you know, that's just great. I think once you get inside of Koilag's domain, though, they can't get in past these egg basket things. I could be wrong about that, but if you're going to heal, by the way, after doing this, make sure you purple moss clump first, because if you don't, then it won't get rid of your poison, and then you'll go to heal, and then if you purple moss clump, you won't be at maximum HP, so. Well, don't know what those guys' deal is, but definitely don't want anything to do with them. After beating Mildred, by the way, her summon sign will actually show up right here if you want to have her help you with the boss fight, but I don't really need to worry about that, I don't think. Chloranthy ring, because boss fight, and then gold pine resin. Alright, well, +5 weapon against Quelaag. Let me take a drink and then we'll see how this goes. Alright, here we go. I was gonna say, probably a few spiders down here, considering the spider eggs. But is the spider her pet, or is the spider a part of her? Sorry, ma'am, not really a big fan of the spider ride armor. Don't think I want to see that in Mega Man X9. Of course, who am I kidding? By the time Mega Man X9 comes out, I'll be a dead man, but... yeah, here's Quelaag. Gold pine resin it up. I think lightning does pretty okay against her. If you see it plant its legs, its front legs like that, oh yeah, our damage is good. Just wail on it, because it's going to spit a whole ton of lava and stand in the same spot for a very large period of time. Then just kind of hug the inside legs, and, well, that'll hurt a little bit, but, you know, that was not the downside. Nice. Ow. Alright, well, I'm gonna heal now. If you see the female part of the spider duck down, then you're definitely going to want to move out of the way. But she's not ducking down correctly, so... okay, that's fine, that's just a stall. Okay, that's just a regular old spit. Notice how the front legs didn't move? So that's just, they're just going to spit one puddle. But when the front legs move, that's your opportunity to get massive damage off, because she's going to stand real still for quite a long time. I mean, we got 5 hits right there, so that's pretty great. I'm going to try to space her a little bit here. Sorry, I'm trying to kind of claw in the controller. I don't want her anywhere near the lava, that's the point, so... and she has set another trap for me, so I'll have to keep that in mind. What the hell are you doing? Nothing good, I can assure you of that. Okay, she dodged me. Alright, come this way, because the lava should be gone now. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, well, GG. Next time, don't set your feet before you get on solid ground. So you get Quelaag's soul, some twin humanities for beating her. You also get 20,000 souls to use for some extra boosts. So that's kind of nice. I think I know what I'm going to put that towards, but I need to go ring the second bell before I do that. Nice first try victory, though. Have any of the bosses... oh, well, yeah, Asylum Demon and Taurus Demon were first try victories. Moonlight Butterfly was first try. So we're like half and half. We're like 50-50 on our victory record. So, hey, I'll take it. It's not bad, especially with just a +5 weapon to work with. I mean, we have 27 strength, and we're two-handing the weapon, so we have effectively 40 strength, so I'd hope we're doing pretty good even in a +5 weapon. Anyway, that's the second bell rung. Meanwhile, back up at the gate. Wake up, big boy, that's number 2. Open the gates! Oh, good. At least I don't have to bang on him like Eric Andre and scream, "Let me in! Let me in!" Yeah, so the gate that's to the east-ish, I think. I don't know what's north in this game, but next to the Undead Parish, the gate is now open. And that means we can move to a new area. But what does that have to do with the fate of the undead? Let's go find out. I know, I just said let's go find out, and I'm walking down, but, well, there's something else that we can get down here. A hole in the wall. No, that's not what I'm looking for. This seal-looking thing looks like an elevator, but it's also not responding when I press the very obvious button in the center. And that makes me frustrated again! Finding quite a few illusory walls when I get frustrated. I'm in the right place for it. Dark Souls, from what I understand, is a pretty frustrating game for a lot of people.
Oh dear. What have we here? Are you a new servant?
I mean, a hell of a lot of people would probably want to simp for a spider mom, but, sure, why not?
But you have no eggs.
Am I supposed to get them before or after becoming a servant?
Go on and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
I will try to be respectful. Didn't I just kill our fair lady? Who's our fair lady, anyway? I guess Cole's happy about me seeing our fair lady as well. Oh. Wow, she looks like she's seen better days. Hang on, my pocket's glowing. Huh. The witch's ring is responding to her presence. But what does it have to say?
Quaylag, my dear sister.
Oh. Well, now I just feel bad.
Quaylag, what is it?
So, you can understand her language with the old witch's ring equipped. You cannot understand her any other way. She'll just ellipsis at you. She's also one of the game's covenants. So you can enter a covenant with her and become a knight of our fair lady. It's not quite that simple, but... She's also a firekeeper, so let's reinforce our Estus flask with that firekeeper soul we've got. And then talk to her a little more.
Quaylag, my dear sister. The eggs, it hurts. They've gone still. I am afraid it may be too late. I am so sorry, dear sister.
Well, now I feel even worse than I did a minute ago. Unfortunately, there's only one way to bring life back to stuff like this, and we already know what it is. It's the same as us reversing our hollowing. We have to offer up humanity. So, embrace chaos?
Enter a covenant again, of course. Let me try.
Embrace chaos. This is the Chaos Servant Covenant, and it will be our covenant of choice for the playthrough. For becoming a Chaos Servant, you get the Great Chaos Fireball Pyromancy. It takes 2 slots to cast, but it's really, really strong. And once you have joined her covenant, you can actually offer humanity to her, one at a time, granted, mind you, but you can offer humanity to her in order to deepen your allegiance with the covenant. So let me talk to her again, see if she has any other dialogue, and then we'll get, I don't know, we'll get 10 more humanity. We should have enough hard humanity laying around to get to 10. That'll get us to +1 on the Chaos Servants. It goes 10 humanity, 30 humanity, and then 80 humanity offered. Once you get to those thresholds, it will increase your allegiance with the Covenant, and you get certain perks for deepening your allegiance with this Covenant. I think it only goes up to +2, the rewards, though, so...
I'll be fine. I have you, dear sister, but promise me that you will take care of yourself.
Well, now I just kind of have to, don't I? Alright, so... Oh, this must be one of those changes that the remaster made. You can actually offer multiple humanities to her at once. I think there's another change with this covenant, if I remember correctly, and I'm going to check in just a second, but this is one of them. Interesting. Alright, well, let's pop a whole bunch of humanity and then give them to her all at once.
Goodbye, Quaylag. Do be safe.
Hold on. Alright, so we got 4 twin humanities. Let's use all 4 of those. That'll get us to 8. And then we need to give her a total of 9, so I need 2 more. And that'll deepen our allegiance. How much do I have again? 18 more? That wouldn't be quite enough to get us to the next threshold, unfortunately. We can't even do anything with the next threshold just yet anyway, because once you get to +2 with the Chaos Servants, it lets you unlock a shortcut in one of the later levels of the game, but we can't even access it if we wanted to at the moment, so it's not really something I need to concern myself about.
Oh, my dear sister, don't mind me. It does not hurt terribly.
Well, let's make it a little better then, shall we?
Thank you, Quayla.
Okay, and that gets us to +1 with the Chaos Servants. So that's all we can do for now.
Goodbye, Quayla. Do be safe.
It's definitely worth your while to rest at this bonfire, though, because it can be used later on in the game for a little shortcut, and we'll talk about that once we get there. Do I want to boost anything up here? I could get 2 levels, or I could save my souls for the next thing, which is talking to you, because I think you're the site of another change the remaster makes.
You speak the tongue of the fair lady?
I guess so.
Well, do not be rash with your pride. You have yet to earn my trust.
That's
If
fine.
you try anything funny with the fair lady, there will be hell to pay.
Listen, man, I just offered a bunch of humanity to her. Do you think I'm going to try anything funny? Yeah, this is the change that I think they made, so... The servant roster will tell you which players online are Daughters of Chaos. That's the Chaos Servant is the Covenant, but Daughters of Chaos... Or no, check Servants of the Daughters of Chaos. So there you go. It's the Servants of the Daughters of Chaos, I guess is the full name. But I don't think you could modify your Pyromancy Flame with Eingi here, unless you were in the Covenant, and I think you had to do one other thing in the vanilla game. In this version, though, you actually can modify your Pyromancy Flame with him, which is why we're going to do that right now. Get it as high up as we can get it. It's at +8, so that's not terribly bad. I'd like to try to get it to +10 before we leave, if possible, because there's actually something good that happens in Blighttown on our way back if we can get it to +10. That might be asking for too much, but we'll see.
There is no time for idle chat. Think only of our fair lady and what she may need.
Well, I'm going to try to get her more humanity if possible. So yeah, that's a nice little change as well. There's one more thing I'd like to do before we leave here, though. And that is go down through the hole in the wall here to get to the next area, which is not really the next area. It's actually a late game area. We're going to go here anyway. The Demon Ruins is our next port of call. I only need to do one thing here, so we're going to go do it real quick. We'll rest at this bonfire just for safety. And then once we are done here, we will head out of Blighttown and on our way to the next area that we're going to go to. We still only have a +5 weapon, but we're going to fix that in a little bit, so... We've almost got enough large titanite at this point to just flat out fix that. There are more egg servants down here, kind of like Eingi, although some of them are aggressive. So if you actually hit them, they'll obviously try to hit you. Well, you don't even have to hit some of them. They'll just be aggressive naturally. They'll try to hit you even if you don't hit them. I wouldn't recommend engaging them in combat in any way whatsoever, because if you kill them, the eggs on their back will hatch, and then you have to deal with the leeches, and they're teeny tiny little leeches, and they're also really, really gross, and definitely not something that I like whatsoever. I'm usually not squeamish, but God, do they make me squirm. So, alright, anyway, Chloranthy Ring. As you can see, we've already got some boss fog here, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun. I might even, you know what I might do, actually? I've got some Green Blossom. I might stick that up here. There we go. Oh yeah, we have Quaylag's Soul, by the way, as well. This is another one like the Moonlight Butterfly Soul that I would not actually use. It's actually more worth your while to keep it in your inventory until we get back to the surface. So, but before we get back to the surface, we have to go this way. So let's go this way. This is new territory, by the way. For those of you who watched me play this previously, congratulations, you've made it to uncharted territory. We did not do this part last time we were here, and everything after we get to the surface again will be new content. So, congratulations, you've made it. We can move right along now. We're going to come back that way, so I'm going to go this way. But when we go across this area... Whoa! Man! Now that's a face and a body and an everything that only a mother could love. Hey, big guy. How's your health plan? I am in endless pain! Sorry to hear that. Must not have good insurance. Now, you could fight that guy straight up. You could just bonk him with a range attack and attack him. But if you want to cheese him a little bit, well, actually, this isn't a cheese strat. This is actually a legitimate strat. You could come over here to this day, take the gold-hemmed black set, and then he'll want to fight you because he's ceaseless discharge. I would run if I were you. Actually, I heard him slam, so since he slammed, I'm going to have a green blossom and then keep running. The green blossom, the Chloranthe ring, and the grass crest shield all stack with each other, so they can allow you to regenerate stamina very, very quickly, as you can see there, which will let us just continue to run, and he'll chase you to the end of the arena, so just keep that in mind. But if you come to the end of the arena, there's something special that you can do with him, so just keep running. It's well worth your time. Especially if you're fighting him at this stage. You could fight him straight up, but he's like Stray Demon. He's got like way more HP than he should have if you're going to fight him at this stage. He can't quite reach you at the end of the arena, though. So then whack him 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and he's dead. You'll hit him enough, he'll fall off into the pit below, and down he goes. I don't know what the hell they were doing down here, but all these Chaos Demons are definitely more than a little messed up. Now, for defeating Ceaseless Discharge, the lava that he was actually jumping over there will cool and harden, allowing you safe passage on the lava bed below. You can't get any further in the level than this, though, although you can pick up a couple of nice items down there, including another Ember for a blacksmith we actually haven't seen yet. But he does give you 20,000 souls for beating him, which is quite a lot, and definitely worth your time to come back here and pick up, because, well, it's more Pyromancy Flame you can reinforce to. It's more levels that you can grab if you so choose. So I would say it's well worth your time to just do that, because it's a quick and simple boss fight to deal with, so why wouldn't you, you know? But I think with that, we've taken care of everything I want to take care of down here in Blighttown. We needed to defeat Ceaseless Discharge eventually anyway. And by the way, yeah, go ahead and make your jokes, it's fine. We needed to beat him anyway. Excuse me, before we moved on with the game later anyway, before we continued with the Demon Ruins, because once we come back from the next area we're going to go to after we go through that fortress there that opened up from us ringing the second bell, once we come back from that, we're going to be able to, well, come back down here, and we had to beat him up in order to cool the lava to continue with the level anyway, so since that's the case, we may as well have done it now, just to get it out of the way. Alright, back in Quelaag's domain. Well, not really that anymore. And I think we have just enough with this large soul to get the Pyromancy Flame to +10. So let's try that out. We'll rest at this bonfire again, and then we'll go from there.
Are you prepared to dedicate yourself to our fair lady? Then I will make available whatever you require. If you need something, ask me first.
Okay, can do. He isn't selling any pyromancies. He can sell pyromancies to you, but I think in both versions of the game you need to have done the other thing with him. Basically, if you let the leeches bite you, but you don't die when you get attacked by the egg servants over in the Demon Ruins, or by Eingi himself, or the ones up further in Quelaag's domain. If you don't die, your character will, at a certain point later on in time, start itching their head, even if they have a hard helmet on like we do. And then they'll keep itching their head a little more and a little more and a little more, and after about an hour of gameplay, you'll sprout an egg on your head, and eventually it'll hatch. And once it hatches, you can't wear a helmet as far as I'm aware, but you get a unique kicking animation, and also Aingi here will start selling you pyromancies. I think it's just poison and toxic mist though, so it's not really that substantial. Alright, we have just enough to get it to plus 10. Perfect. And that's our first plus 10 weapon. We've only got 5 more levels to go with it, but I think it's like 14, 15, 17, 18, 20 or something like that to get it all the way there. So there's quite a lot of souls left before we can get it to plus 15, but we should have enough. I'm not planning on leveling up to the point where it'll be either level up or use this, so. Anyway, thank you, Engi. Stop here for a second. Anything I need to put away? I don't think so. Definitely gonna hold on to all that other stuff I've got there. And I can put this away, actually, because I won't need it in my inventory to do any trading with it. So, I think... Oh, the gold hem set. Yeah, we gotta put that away. It's nice light armor, but I don't know. It gives you like a Grim Reaper kind of look, but I'm not really a big fan of it myself. It's there if you want it, though, so might as well use it, if you so choose. Alright, anyway. So we haven't done a whole lot of leveling up. Our reinforced club is looking a little worse for wear, but that's fine. We've got a large ember to give to Andre. But I think while we're doing a few extra side things, I may go and take one more little side jaunt, now that we have the ability to get enough green titanite to divine our hand axe to plus 5. We can't get the divine hand axe to plus 6 to 10 yet, though. That's as high up as divine goes, by the way, because you start at plus 5. So then 5 and 10 is 15. So can't get it to plus 6 yet, though. We need a different ember to do that. There's another divine ember that we can get later on in the game. Although it's quite out of the way and quite difficult to get without dying, so it may be a suicide run when we go and get it, but I'm planning on going to get it at some point, so we'll see if it works out. Either way, let's run all the way across Quaelag's arena again to get ourselves the heck out of here. Did I put the rusted iron ring back on? I did not. So let's put it back on. Because we're going to have to run through the swamp again anyway, and you know I may as well also put this on. So. And we're going to have to run the same way that we ran before, because the boulder guys are going to know that I'm here as soon as I duck out of this cave, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun. I just got to remember I'm holding onto a large soul of a nameless soldier as well, so I've got an extra 1,000 souls just sitting in my pocket. If I so choose, I can use them. Alright, I think we run now. Duck underneath this. Head this way. Try to head in the direction of this guy because he won't, he's out of the way of the other guys. They're throwing boulders, so... Out of the way-ish, anyway. Here you go. Ah, hello there.
A mere undead. Yet you can see me. Fascinating.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure there's no mosquitoes that are about to kill me.
I am not often revealed
leaving.
to walkers of flesh. You have a gift.
What kind of gift?
You too one who seeks my pyromancy, like
Oh.
Solomon.
You do pyromancy stuff. Interesting.
Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil.
Okay.
But to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up.
Like
Are
what?
you prepared to do this?
Oh, that's like what. So, in order to buy pyromancies from her, you have to trade with her just like any other trader. She has really powerful pyromancies, though. She has Fire Orb, Great Fireball, Firestorm. Fire Whip's not that powerful. But Great Combustion's also pretty powerful. It's a straight upgrade to what we've already got, so... I would eventually like to buy Great Fireball and Great Combustion from her, but we don't have the souls for it at the moment, so... She'll also allow you to enhance your Pyromancy Flame with her, so you don't have to walk all the way down to Aingi, or all the way back up to Laurentius, but, you know.
Long ago, I accepted another pupil like yourself. Over 200 years ago, there was a man almost as bungling as you.
Hey!
In your world, he was called Salaman, the Master Pyromancer.
Well, actually,
The
you know...
rascal really made something of himself.
If she feels that way about Salomon, maybe her saying I'm bungling isn't really a big deal.
No luck, hmm?
No.
Well, young pupil, you must have patience, but do not keep me waiting much longer.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be back with more souls so that you don't have to wait much longer. So yeah, she'll teach you some really powerful pyromancies, and we'll be back for them later. You can only see her if you have a +10 or higher pyromancy flame, though. If you don't have it quite that high, she just won't show up for you. So, sorry if you wanted her to show up. It just doesn't work that way. Hey, Amarella, how you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, oh boy, a swamp. Everyone's favorite level archetype in every video game ever. Too bad we're already done with it. Well, for the most part. We'll be back through here on the scaffolding, which I find far more dangerous than the swamp itself, a little later. And at this point, I may as well not even heal my poison. Let's just go straight up to the surface, and then we'll go from there. There's one more thing I'd like to do with my pyromancy flame once we get to the surface, because Laurentius has a spell that I actually like to learn from him that I didn't have a chance to learn previously, just because it's very expensive. So, but now we have the money to actually purchase it, so get out of here, mosquito. No one likes you. Sorry, that was cruel, but then again, so is the blood that you throw at me. It's cruel and unusual punishment. I think if you leave the mosquitoes alive, though, the other ones don't respawn, because I think, like, because they'll spawn again out of the swamp if you kill them. But if you leave them alive, I think they just chase you to in time. And you can manage that when you're going up. Maybe not so much when you're going down, because they have the height advantage, but when you're going up, well, you have the height advantage, so that helps a little bit. Of course, I have to deal with the mosquitoes and these barbarian guys in a second if I do it this way, but, you know. That should be okay, I think. Keyword is, I think. Because we have exactly the same amount of damage this time as we did the last time I saw these guys, so it's not like they'll be any easier to kill. I guess we have more damage for our pyromancy flame, but so maybe I'll actually be able to kill them with combustion this time after 2 backstabs. Well, if I don't get a second backstab, then I won't. I'll just kill them with this. What the hell happened there? Did I get 2 backstabs? Because that was backstab damage and then backstab damage again. Oh, that's bizarre. That's okay, though. I'll take it. It's like a bank error in my favor that time. How much does this do again? Oh, his friend has shown up. His friend is screeching, so I can take him out while I wait for him to be done screeching. Oop. Just get behind your shoulder. And then send it. Okay, I thought he was still alive. Ah, me mallet. That's the rare drop I was talking about when we first came in here. The large club. It's not the great club. It's the large club. It's, it needs 26 strength to be used, so we can actually use it one-handed right now. It's got an A parameter bonus for strength. It's just really heavy, that's all. And that's a problem. But... yeah, big stick. I gotta tell you, I'll be honest, we haven't used any of our large Titanite shards at this point. I am really tempted to use this. I never get it as a drop. Let me try the moveset out real quick. Like, yeah, big stick. Definitely big stick. I get their stupid bonking animation if I R2 with it. I don't get the jumping attack anymore, but that's okay. I'm also mid-rolling with it, but we can take our armor off and then we're light rolling, so... Oh, no, we're not. How much more do I have to take off? Not much. Probably another couple of levels in endurance, and I'd be able to light roll with it. I just got to get up to like a little less than 100 units, and then I'd be good. So if we take these off, we're definitely light rolling. Yeah. Okay. It's not bad, honestly. Here's the rolling attack, by the way, that I was mentioning. Very fast. And I mean, if you're already rolling to dodge out of the way of an enemy attack, you can almost dead angle with it, which is kind of crazy. And our damage with it right now, with no investment whatsoever, is 225. The reinforced club at +5 is 209. So it's actually better than the reinforced club at +0 than the reinforced club is at +5. That's crazy. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I do know that the next area that I wanted to stop off in is down this way, though. It's not in New Londo. It's actually, I gotta go back up to Firelink. And we're not gonna need to use the large club while we're in the area that I'm going to, because we're gonna need a divine weapon instead of the large club. But I'm really tempted. It's a good thing the episode's over in an hour, because I can figure out whether I want to use it or not in between this episode and the next one. So, alright, well anyway, first things first, we'll stick the hand axe back on, because that's actually what I'm going to use for the next area we're going to go to, rather than the club. And then I can figure that part out in a little while. See, now that we actually got that drop, though, I actually definitely know what I'm calling this episode. Oh, it's one of my favorite silly one-liners from old cartoons that I ever watched. So of course I have to say it. I just don't know if it looks good with my aesthetic, that's all. Like, I've got kind of like a few metal plates on my armor, so it might be better to... I mean, I guess I have the brigand trousers, which are kind of, like, tchotchke. That's not the correct word for that situation, but you get my point. They're kind of tetchy and kind of gross looking, which the large club is also kind of tetchy and gross looking, so I don't know. It might work with that, but I don't know if it works with the metal.
Did you ring the second bell?
I did.
That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem.
What do you mean?
It's noisy. It snores. And its breath is lethal.
A basilisk?
It's a laughing matter, I tell you.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Alright, well, anyway, that's real great, so I guess we'll have to go figure out what the hell he's talking about now. I know where something was snoring a minute ago, though, and, oh. Okay. Hi, can I help you?
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening?
Bells, actually.
I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Fract, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the Bell of Awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
I mean, I guess.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn.
I'm not even a
so
lord,
that you may
though.
Link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Okay, so go to Anor Londo, get this Lord Vessel, and then what? Curse broken? Seal broken?
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Yes, I need more information.
Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps.
Great.
Many have gone before you, but none have returned.
Wait.
Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution.
You call me chosen, but many have gone before. How many chosen have you sent to their deaths in Sen's fortress, then? I don't trust this guy. I don't think I like the cut of his jib. He is very valuable, though, because you can feed him items that you don't need, and he'll give you souls for them. So as you can tell, I'm going to give him a veritable smorgasbord of items, because I have a lot of them, and I'm not going to use them. So you can take all these bleeding ones, won't need all those. I'm going to keep the ones for poison, though, just in case. He also eats, well, shit, so... Oh, that was weird. I must have gotten one from my inventory, and that was the one. The other two were the ones in my storage. He also eats literal shit, and apparently it's worth 200 souls to him, so that's cool. This, by the way, is why I've kept all of these small and large souls of a lost undead, because they're worth 200 and 400 souls each. But if you feed them to Frampt here, he'll give you 500 souls for each one. So we played the long game. I don't know if it's worth it, but we did it, so we might as well use it. Don't feed him the bigger ones, though, because they're worth more for you to pop than they are for him to eat them. As you can see, the large soul gives you 1,000. He only gives you 500. Soul of a Moonlight Butterfly, though, gives you 8,000 if he eats it, but only, I think, like 1,200 if you pop it. So this is why I said keep it. So there you go. Kind of a similar thing with Quelaag, if I remember correctly. Hers gives you, I think, 8,000 if you pop it, but 10,000 if Frampt eats it. Other than the Moonlight Butterfly, Frampt likes to eat... Well, how do I put this nicely? He's very horny. Let's just put it that way. He likes to eat young female souls. So Quelaag's soul to him is delectable. I would not use these souls or give them to Frampt, though, if you're planning on making a boss weapon. And a boss weapon is a weapon that you can make from the soul of a demon, kind of similar to how in, well, Demon Souls we could make like the lava bow or the blue blood sword using the souls of some of the demons that we killed. In this particular case, Quelaag's, I believe, the soul of the Moonlight Butterfly can be made into the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, which is a spear that scales with intelligence. Quelaag's soul can be made into Quelaag's Fury Sword, which is a curved sword that deals fire damage. Or the Chaos Blade, which is one of the most powerful dexterity weapons in the game. So, as you start getting further into the game, it starts getting a little bit tougher to just say, okay, well, do I want to pop this? Do I want to feed it to Frampt, or do I want to use it for something? I won't need them, though, because I'm going on a strength build. So, goodbye, Quelaag. He also gives you 1,000 souls for each humanity you give him. And he'll give me 1,000 souls for that coin that Petrus gave me, so I might as well. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to give him like the items that I actually don't need or what, but yeah, not really worth it to give him any of the upgrade materials. They aren't really worth a whole lot of souls. I'm going to give him any items in here that are like duplicates, though. So like I think I have a couple of certain things. I don't remember what they were, but we're going to find out in a second when we get further down. Yeah, I've got 2 plank shields, so I'm just going to give him one of them. 2 spider shields, give him one of them. So that sort of a thing. I'll give him all the bolts, though, because I'm never going to use them. And then armor pieces, he'll give you 100 souls for each one. I'll give him duplicates. I don't think I'm going to feed him all of the extra ones, even though I'm not going to use them ever again. Like, they're just going to kind of sit in my inventory. Gold Hemmed is worth 1,000, though, so that's not terrible. I shouldn't ever need it, so I might feed him that, but I'll hold on to it for now. Got 2 hollow soldier helms. There we go. And then the rings, I don't think any of these. I mean, I guess 1,000 for the Dusk Crown ring, 1,000 for the old Witch's ring. I'm going to do something blasphemous, though. Some people probably would already get a little pissed at me for kicking Lautrec off of the ledge. I mean, honestly, I've done that in pretty much every playthrough except the first one, because once he killed the Firekeeper in my first playthrough, it was like, yeah, no, not letting that happen again. So I just kick him off the ledge or kill him normally. This is the blasphemy thing, though. Because why the hell would I want to stick that on my finger? It's disgusting. It's filthy. It was on Lautrec, and he was going to kill my Firekeeper. Why would I want to bring that upon myself? Don't worry, for those of you that are wondering, what the hell did I just do? You can get another one. I'll show you how. This, however, is not the only feed item method that Frampt can do for you.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
I'll keep that in mind, because I've got more things for you to do. But I've got a whole bunch of souls that I just grabbed. We're in the money now, so I may as well use a few of them. Laurentius?
Oh, hello there. You've been a stranger these days. Why? What spectacular pyromancy? Tell me about it. I have never seen anything like it.
I mean, the flame is very powerful, but you know how it goes, man. It's tough. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and I don't want you getting like rough in the head with this. This might be you're the one that taught me how to do this stuff, but it's a lot of responsibility to handle, and I don't want to put that on you.
I see. I suppose I was mistaken.
Sorry.
In any case, I definitely trust you. Apologies, my friend.
No, I should say sorry too. I just don't want you doing anything that you'll regret. If you say yes and you tell him about Quaylana, he'll actually go down to the Blighttown Swamp, where he will hollow and then attack you the next time you're down there, and you have to kill him. And then if you haven't bought, I think he's the only vendor that sells Iron Flesh in the game, so if you haven't bought Iron Flesh from him, well, you're screwed. You can't get it until the next cycle. But I really only wanted to make sure that he was here, first of all, so he wouldn't go hollow, because why would I want that for him? He's my friend at this point, so I might as well not. But also because I want to buy Fire Orb from him. I could buy it from Quelana, but he gave me the flame, so why not learn the most powerful spell he knows from him, right? It's like I come full circle, you know? So there we go, Fire Orb. We can modify the Pyromancy Flame up a little bit further. I don't think we'd have enough to get it to plus 12, though. And plus 10 is plenty for this point in the game, so I think I'm just going to hold off on that.
Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavory, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, turning undead didn't change a thing.
You know, you got a good sense of humor about all this, Laurentia. See, this is why I want to keep you around, because what would I do with myself? How would I feel about myself if I let you go down there and get yourself hollowed because you're seeking out greater knowledge? That wouldn't be good.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
Okay, so anyway, now that we bought Fire Orb, let's use one of our levels to get to 12 attunement. And then... yeah, I might as well get to 17 Vitality. We'll still have 6,000 souls kicking around, which is quite a lot. So that should make it a little bit easier for us to just kind of... We'll have enough to play with, basically. We've got a few extra souls to play with now, so we can use them for stuff. If you want to equip Great Chaos Fireball, though, you actually need 2 slots in order to equip it. You can see it underneath the word Pyromancy there. It says slots and then 2. So you can't equip it if you only have 1 attunement slot. You need 2 of them in order to equip it. It's very powerful, but it only has 4 uses, so I'm kind of not really a huge fan of it because it's a lot of slots for such low uses. So I'm probably going to leave it, if I'm honest. But let's stick Fire Orb and Combustion here for now, and that should be good for a little while. I'd eventually like to get a 3rd attunement slot, so that's at 14 attunement. So I'll get to 14 attunement and 14 intelligence eventually, so we can cast light when we need it. But for now, this'll do. So got a solid plus 10 Pyromancy Flame, some good pyromancies to play with in case we need to set anything on fire, so that's pretty good. And with that, oh yeah, I need to go to my bottomless box. So we got some large Titanite, but we can leave those in my box. Chunks, leave those there, Titanite slabs. Green Titanite shards, we're gonna need another 2 more actually, to get our hand axe to divine plus 5. Now, like I said before, there's blue Titanite chunks, red Titanite chunks, white Titanite chunks. All of these are the higher level versions of green Titanite shards, depending on how you reinforce your weapon. I'm only ever planning on reinforcing the hand axe to divine plus 10. I won't need anything for fire or chaos weapons, and I won't need anything for magic or enchanted weapons. So if you don't need any of these specific higher level chunks, you can grab them and take them over to Frampt, and a new option will appear in his inventory there. Well, his dialogue options, really. Let's go take it over to him and I'll show you.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Well, I have something to feed you, but a little bit different from usual. So now you'll get an option in his dialogue menu to feed him the chunk as long as it's in your inventory. Not in your box, but in your inventory. If you feed him a chunk that's a higher level version of a green Titanite shard, he'll give you 5 green Titanite shards for that. You can also feed him 1 green Titanite shard, and he'll give you, I think it's 5 regular Titanite shards as well. So as a matter of fact, as a result of that, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my other blue Titanite chunk and my 2 red Titanite chunks, because I'll never need them for anything, and I'm just going to get a whole bunch of regular Titanite, because if we get a whole bunch of regular Titanite, I can reinforce my armor to plus 3 as well, and, you know, my Grass Crest shield if I so choose, because it's not like I'm going to ever really... I don't want to buy in order to get those. Oh, okay, it's 3 green Titanite shards per blue one and red one. All right, that's fine, because that's like 3, 6, 9 times 5 is 45 regular Titanite shards from that, so that's pretty ridiculous. I'll definitely have more than I'll ever need from that. So, but I probably won't turn it all into regular Titanite just yet, because that would take a while. I mean, there's like 9 green Titanite shards, so... So there's that, that, and then 5. I mean, I guess I might as well do it here. It's not that slow. It's 15, 20. I'll get 25. I don't think we'll need any more than that, ever. So, we definitely won't even need that many, I don't think, because we only need, like, let's see, +1, +2, 3 sets. 6 for the helmet, 1, 2, 4 for the rest of the pieces, I think. So 6, 10, 14, 18. Or if the Knight Gauntlets also need 6, that's 6, 12, 16, 20. So yeah, we would only ever need 20. Alright, next stop, Andre. Gonna give him the Large Ember. And once we give him the Large Ember, I have to figure out whether I want to continue using the Reinforced Club or use the weapon that I'm about to go get as my last little side excursion before we go into Sen's Fortress, which will probably be the last thing that we do today. There's actually 2 things that I'd like to go grab in the next area that we're going to go to, and I think I remember how to get to both of them. If I don't, well, we're going to be running down there for almost no good reason for quite a few little, for quite a few minutes here, but it's okay. Wouldn't be a side quest if I didn't meander around aimlessly. Bye, guys. Oh, those guys, by the way, can be used for a glitch. I believe it's a glitch that you can use in both this version of the game and the regular version. I don't think they patched it out of this version. If you take them onto the stairs over there where those pillars are, and you take your weapon out of your right hand, if you push your back up against the pillars like this, and you parry them and then riposte them, the bare fist riposte attack actually pushes you back, and it'll push you out of bounds onto a kind of like a death plane, basically. It'll give you a death cam that's like higher up and down at an angle than this. And then if you run while in the death cam, you can actually run through the gate over there and get into Sen's Fortress early because it unloads that gate when you hit the death cam. So it lets you get into Sen's Fortress early and grab a whole bunch of large Titanite shards that you otherwise wouldn't have access to if you want to do that. So that's one way that you can get up to... let's see, you could probably get to a +15 weapon in this game by killing only 1 boss, I think. Because if you were to go through Darkroot Garden to get up here, you could get the basement key, kill Capra, get into the depths to get the Large Ember, then go to New Londo, get the seal, the key to the seal, break the seal, because New Londo Ruins is where the very Large Ember is to get to a +15 weapon. So you could get to a +15 weapon with only killing 1 boss if you're not going to do, like, any other glitches. I think there's a glitch where you can get into the depths without killing Capra as well, so you could do it in 0 bosses if you want, but...
Why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me?
Sure. Not doing me any good sitting in my inventory anyway.
Magnificent. You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
Well, sorry to say it, Andre, but you're not going to be reinforcing anything to, wow, 102 souls, to +6 today. Well, maybe the composite bow I could find an excuse to have you reinforce to that, but we might use the composite bow for some things, but either way, we already modified the hand axe up, so now that we have a whole bunch of green Titanite, let's get the divine hand axe up to +5, just while it's sitting here. There we go, and that's that. Excuse me. So yeah, at this point we have 25 Titanite shards, so we could use it to reinforce one of our shields further up. I haven't decided yet whether I want to buy the Caduceus Kite Shield from Andre and reinforce that instead, but... See, and this is the only thing that I'm thinking with the large club, right, is that you need to use 800 souls per level, which is a little bit more than we've been paying for our other stuff. Our other stuff's been fairly cheap by comparison to that. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. Anyway, we can reinforce our armor now, so let's just do that, but not reinforce the sack. We won't need the sack for anything, and as you can see, reinforcing it does very little, so we won't do that. Let's just reinforce the stuff we've got on our backs. Get it to +3. Armor goes up to +10, by the way, and I'm not planning on ever reinforcing it beyond +5, so we'll only ever use some large Titanite on it, and that would be it, because you really don't need to reinforce it at all, if I'm honest, but I figure, well, since I can get a whole bunch of regular Titanite anyway, I might as well. Okay, so it is 20 total, because the Knight Gauntlets need 1, 2, and 3. Whereas the hard leather armor and the Brigand trousers only need 1, 1, and 2. As you can see there. There you go. So once we get access to more large Titanite fairly easily, like once we can buy it, that's when I'll probably work on getting these to +5, just so that they're done for the whole playthrough, you know. So, but for now, not really super concerned about it. We don't need to buy Titanite shards from Andre ever again now, though, because all we got to do is just get a bunch of green Titanite shards and turn them into regular ones. So, unless you're really doing a lot of Titanite shard reinforcement, then you probably won't need to do that. So, all right, let's top off on some arrows. Get up to 100 of these. Oop, no, just 100. I don't need 150. Boy, I wish this would go a little faster, but not that fast, that quickly. There we go. And then how many more of these can I get? 45? Perfect. Sounds like a plan. We'll just have that much in there. Alright, so that takes care of that.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
See, that's the nice thing about this armor set, Andre. Nobody has to see me go hollow ever again. Well, I mean, unless they look underneath my helmet, because there's a little chunk of my neck just hanging out there, but it's really hard to see with me being hollow, so probably don't have to worry too much about that. Alright, so last thing we're going to go do is just use this Divine Hand Axe +5 to bring the Light of Judgment upon the graveyard, because I left 2 things in that graveyard, and I want them. Well, actually, that's not true. There's 2 things in the graveyard below the graveyard that I'd like as well. And now that we have a +5 weapon, that's, well, a +5 divine weapon, that is, it should be a little easier to go grab them. So, that's what we're going to go do. I think I'll rest at Firelink for safety, though. There is a bonfire in the area below the graveyard that you can go to, and I'm going to use it, but, you know, having 10 Estus can't really hurt, especially with a +3. Estus Flask, that heals for quite a bit of HP. I think probably about 3/4 of our health will be restored from, at this point, from using a +3 Estus, if not a little more. Matter of fact, I think it restores like 600 HP, and how much do we have? 719, so that's like, that's more than 60 or 70%. That's like 80% of our HP from one swig. Not bad at all. I'm glad Petrus and his friends are just having fun over there. Not making trouble for anybody, not that they would, they're a bunch of pious clerics. When have pious clerics ever made trouble for anyone, right? Alright. We're feeling good, feeling great. Let's head to the... Well, the area below the graveyard out here is called the Catacombs. You don't have to go here until after you go to Sen's Fortress either, but... There's 2 things I'd like to get. One for my own curiosity, and one to give the large club some competition. So we'll see which one works. Okay, 3 hits to kill them with this. That's a little bit upsetting, but, you know, could just do that. That works too. I don't think the skeletons down below or over there pop up if you don't walk up to them. Like, I don't think they pop up if you're going to fight the other skeletons, but just to be sure, let's take them out and then go deal with the other ones. Listen, man, if you're going to do that, I'm going to smite you with the grace of my pyromancies instead. Goodbye. Might as well use those fire orbs. I've got them. Use them for a reason. There we go. Wait for them to put their cap on. That's how you know that they're tangible and they can be targeted. Whoop. Got him. Just because I can't do the jumping attack by just tapping R2 at this point does not mean I won't jump your ass. I will beat you up. Alright, we got more skeletons down here. Let's go beat these 2 up first, and then we'll go beat up the big one up by the wing spear, so he doesn't bother me when I'm beating up his friends in 2 seconds. Man, That one gave me a run for his money, or my money. To be fair, I don't have very much money anymore, but, you know. Okay, well. I appear to be a little stuck. Have mercy, sir. By mercy, I mean merciless flame. Wow. Don't go to pieces about it, man. It's not that serious. Sorry, couldn't resist. Alright, so this gank squad over here was the reason why I had trouble before. I could use black fire bombs on them, but see how many of them I can catch with this. Okay. That's 3. Where can I walk here? Dead man walking. I'm about to be a dead man walking. Okay. Well, actually, that's fine. I'm a big fan of Fire Orb. It deals quite a large chunk of damage, just as much as I would think a big old fireball like that would. So, I will take it. There we are. Got our base cannon. Not going to use it, but we got our base cannon. We've got the stats for it, to be fair. I think we need a little bit more dex in order for it to be a little bit better, but let's see. Yeah, because it scales with strength and dex. I think it gets like a B in strength scaling by the time you're done, and maybe even a C with dex scaling, but yeah, it's an ultra greatsword. It's pretty damn powerful. Definitely worth your while if you can come grab it here at the very beginning of the game. I mean, really, honestly, all you got to do is do a little suicide run to get here early on, but instead of doing that, we're going to head this way. Because if you go down here, well, first of all, you need a drink of water, because I just had a ton of calcium, so I got to figure that part out. I've got to balance that out with something to migrate the calcium into my bloodstream, you know? Anyway, head down further from the graveyard, and you'll end up in... Wait for it. The catacombs. Ah, I see the skeleton crew has decided to pay me a visit. They're just as tough as the ones in the graveyard, to be fair. Not these ones, though. Those ones will also go to pieces about your involvement here, your presence. And since they have no pieces, they're just souls and well, really, cursed floating heads is really what they are. They kind of just meander until they get close to you. You start to see them vibrating. That's when you know you want to get the hell out of Dodge, you know, like that. Because otherwise, they will explode. Just like the explosion that Stray Demon used. Quailag could also use that explosion, but she never got a chance to use it before she died, so... Sorry, Quailag. Hello there. Now, if I attacked him while he had his sword in that position there, he'll parry and riposte me. So, we don't want that. So we're just not going to let him do that. Goodbye. Now, you'll notice that the skeletons are dying. Well, re-dying. And for those of you that have played this game before, that might be a little bit of a shock. Hey, I hit those skeletons and they don't die. What gives? This is why we got a divine weapon, and a divine weapon at +5 for that matter. Because if you don't have a divine weapon, these guys don't die permanently. At least not yet, they don't. You can get them to die permanently, but you have to run a little bit further into the catacombs, which obviously risks them, you know, shuffling into you and smacking you in the face. So I said, nah, I don't feel like doing that. I'm just, okay. I'm just going to deal with them the normal way. By breaking their faces like this. Just watch, because their scimitars and falchions can inflict bleed on you, even though you can't do that with your own scimitar and falchion. Seems like a strange choice, but go off. Ah, the Master of Tartarus? Watch where you're pointing that thing, man. You're gonna hurt somebody. So that was a necromancer. And if you defeat him, all of the skeletons that are out in the area will also die. He does not respawn either, so If you kill him, the skeletons that are in the immediate area around him are now also killable by traditional means. You don't need to use a divine weapon after you kill the necromancer to kill them. It's just if he's still alive, then you have to use a divine weapon to kill the skeletons, because otherwise they'll just get back up again after a couple of minutes. So, well, I say a couple of minutes, it's more like 10 seconds. So, as you can see, that can be a bit problematic, as you can probably tell from me saying that. Anyway, we got to hit this in order to open the gate up there. And I'm going to use this bonfire as a little miniature base of operations while we're in here for just a second, because like I said, there's 2 items I want to go grab. One of them requires me to go a little bit more in depth inside the catacombs, even though I don't entirely remember where it is. The other one requires a little bit more platforming. So, yeah, we're not done with the platforming yet, even though we finished up with the Great Hollow. Sorry. You know, I don't think I need the Grass Crest if I'm gonna... Let's see, which one of you has better stability? You do. Okay, Spider Shield, a go-go. Better stability, a go-go. Don't need the Grass Crest if I've got the Chloranthy Ring on anyway. Although I guess I could equip Wolf Ring instead, so I don't get, like, broken out of my poise immediately. Alright, now... I think there's a necromancer over there. It's kind of hard to see, though. I'll be able to see him a little better if I can see where he's fireballing me. Oh, okay, hello. You'll do nicely while I wait for him to, you know, fireball me. Goodbye. I don't think that's him there. I think that's just a candle. That's him right there, I think. Unless that's a skeleton, which is possible. That was a skeleton. It's dead now, though. Oh, there he is. Okay. Over there. Hello? Can I help you? Ooh, he sees me. Take care of him real quick, and then any of the skeletons in this area will also go down. Well, they won't go down immediately, but, you know, we can kill them by traditional means now, that's the point. So, is the divine weapon worth it, considering we can kill them by traditional means? That's up to whoever you want to ask. I would say yes, because sometimes the necromancers are pretty far behind all the skeletons that you want to kill, so... I would say yes, but, you know, not always. Depends on who you talk to. Now, if you want to get one of the items that I was going to get here, you can actually just kind of roll off of this... Where is it? This edge? No. This edge right here. There's actually a platform down there that you will survive the fall of, and you can go all the way down one more time and grab an item. But I would actually like to go a little further into the catacombs here, and we're going to go by traditional method, which is just a walk-in to where we're going. Oh, there's a skeleton shooting arrows at me. Cool. I'm just going to walk over here so he can't shoot me in the back of the head or something. I guess you can backstab these guys. Pretty effective, too. So yeah, we'll go the normal way to get in here for a little bit. And then once we find the item that I'm actually looking for... Well, I guess there's technically 3 things I'm looking for. Because there's an item that I'm looking for. Oh, that's a parry. Ow. So yeah, don't just expect that you can just hit them because they decide to flop down on you. Doesn't always work. It's okay, though. We got Estus. Oh, what'd you drop? Alluring Skull? Red and white round shield. Okay, well, equally as useless. I could go grab this, I guess. This Lucerne? Oh, hello. Excuse me, sir. I need to beat you up before your friend gets any bright ideas. Lucy, I'm home. Lucerne is a thrusting halberd. It inflicts exclusively thrust damage. Really cool looking weapon, but I've never really gotten it to work as well as other weapons in the game. I think it's just because thrusting damage was really good in Demon Souls, so they kind of said, let's make it not as good in Dark Souls 1. And then it was really good again in Dark Souls 2, so I don't know what the hell. Anything over here? Yeah, this guy. Alright, let's go see if he's got anything for me. Nope. I don't remember the catacombs very well in terms of where all the goodies are, because I don't usually go in here, if I'm honest. Most of the time when I play this game, I usually just drop down to the bottom row and skip everything. That door there is where we're going, so... but not yet. Gotta get rid of these guys first. Oh, didn't see that there either. Large soul. I'll take it. Okay, that's our way back out. One of those guys dropped a humanity for me. I didn't have two coming through here. Alright, so this bridge is out. We need to fix it so that it's not out. But also, souls. You know, maybe the... ow! Crest shield would be better because I could, like, you know, block their magical projectiles. Okay, speaking of which, I can't believe I just dodged that by backstepping. What the hell? I'm cracked. Oh, hello. Can I help you, sir? I'm trying to kill your master. There we go. I must have attracted some attention when I walked over there to look at the soul that was exploding. Oop. Nope, not quite there. There we go. Gotta aim slightly to the left of what I'm looking at to try to kill it. Nice headshot. Not yet? No. Okay. There we go. That will do nicely. Alright, so like I said, the bridge is out, so let's go fix that, shall we? What, no explosion? Alright, fine. I'll back up and let you explode later. See, this guy's got the right idea. What's wrong with you, young sir? Oh, okay. Ow. Looks like some of these statues are trapped. Yeah. Gotta be careful of that. I think it's the ones that have the little shaman caps on them. Because this one has... it doesn't have like a... I think normally they just have a face, but the ones that have the shaman cap... Falcon, nice. The ones that have the little shaman cap are actually the ones that are trapped, I think. I could be wrong about that. Okay, so far so good. The switch for that bridge is right over here. So let's hit that up. And now that the necromancer over there is dead, that should make our job a little easier. Huh. I recognize that bald head from somewhere. But I wonder where. Can't quite put my finger on it. I mean, he probably wouldn't let me rub his bald head, to be fair, anyway, so... Alright, so... bridge should be turned now, horizontally, so I won't just repel off of it when I try to walk on it. Skeletons in the area, except for those ones right there, are dead. So, okay. Again, watch where you're pointing that thing. You're gonna hurt somebody. I wonder if they'll both attack me if I shoot one of them. Nope. This is why you want a bow. Because it lets you tee enemies up from far away. And by far away, I mean outside of their targeting range. Go ahead, take a swing, bro. Right here, bro. Alright, sweet. Now, where was it that I need to... I think it's there, actually. I think that platform there is where I need to go. But before I go there, there's one other thing that I need to get. And it's over here. I forget which one of these you fall in. I think it's the left side. Yeah, this grave is hollow. And there are crystal lizards up ahead. Now we just need to... Ow. Damn it. Ow. Again. So the crystal lizards were what I was looking for. I think they both spawn on this spot. Let's get the reinforced club back out, because then I can hit them with an overhead swing. I think if I quit and reload... This didn't work in the Great Hollow, so I'm not sure if it works in the remaster version, but I think in the original version, if you quit and reload on the spot that they're in, you can actually repopulate the area with the crystal lizards. And these ones have a chance of dropping white titanite chunks, so that's well worth doing. Ah, okay, you can in fact do what I just said. Good. Ow. Okay, got that one. Ah, very nice. There's another white titanite chunk for us. That's 4. Only need 3 more to get the weapon to divine plus 9. Okay, let's see if we can get the other one. You know, the quit and reload in the Great Hollow might not have worked because I pressed continue rather than load game, now that I think about it. So. Damn it. Man, he's really quick on his feet, isn't he? This one. I mean, I already got a white titanite chunk, so I guess I don't have to worry too much about it, because that's more than I expected to get. And I think I now have enough twinkling titanite to +5 the crest shield if I so choose, so... yeah, maybe we'll think about that one. Alright. Quick, 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 before he... oh, damn it. Stupid fucking spikes, and this weapon's not fast enough. What can I use to hit him? Can I use the Falchion? Do I have enough dex? I don't have enough dex. I could use this Vi, but it's not exactly faster. Lucerne's not faster. I don't know. I feel like the hand axe might work. I mean, I guess if I can't get this one, it's fine. I don't want to waste my Estus or something just trying to get this little thing, because why would that be worth it? You know? I just need something that can swing a little quicker. I just don't move very quickly, and he immediately just... okay. There we go. Got him. Alright, I'll take 2 more green titanite shards. Honestly, just getting the 1 white titanite chunk from that guy will make things a whole lot easier, so... and if you go up here, we can actually get out of this little grave section that we got stuck in. We'll end up in a familiar, well, ish location. So, not when we immediately get up here, but once we drop down again. I think it's the right side this time. Yeah, so we end up back over here by the switch, so... that's good. Come full circle. I see the heads have respawned, though. Didn't want to see that. Go on, blow up. I know you want to. And the bridge is still up? Yes, it is. Good. I don't know if that, at this point in time, would one-shot us. I don't think so, but I'll find out the hard way. Alright, so since I think what we need to do now is roll over here, I'm just going to roll onto this platform. These stairs. Okay. Gotta be a little careful. Jesus. At this lead. I think if I go down here, I can get to where I need to go. There was a video that I actually watched that showed you how to get to this spot, but... oh. Huh. Well, that's real nice of you. There's also a bonfire over here, but... before we go, well, I guess that. Ow. You, playing with the Switch there, man?
Good day. You look reasonably sane.
Thanks.
What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
No, sir.
No? Well, that's strange. Oh, I know what it is. You've come for the trinkets, haven't you?
You know me too well.
Whatever it is. This place is treacherous. Do you watch your step?
Well, he's right about that. He seems nice. Well, he's right about that, though. The traps are all over the place here, so... I think if you try to walk across the bridge at this point, he'll actually, like, flip the bridge and throw you off into your death. What a little scamp. What a little goober. It's patches. I mean, we've played Demon Souls and Bloodborne at this point, and Dark Souls 3. It's patches. Y'all already know who Patches is. He does patches things, so. Alright, I think down here is where I wanted to go. Oh, okay. Ah! The Great Scythe. Nice. Great Scythe is a pretty good weapon. It's another very powerful dex weapon, so if you're looking for dex weapons, well, this is a good spot to look for it. Like, it gets... Oh. The Necromancer died? That's 1,000 souls. That's a Necromancer's worth of souls. So, where is it? Hang on, I'll show you. So here's the Great Scythe. It has a B scaling with dex right now. I believe it gets an A scaling with dex later. It inflicts bleed when you hit enemies with it. It's really large. Like, hang on, look at this damn thing. Look at this damn thing. Harvesting with this thing. And that's true because, excuse me, it has up and down attacks when you use R1s, left and right attacks when you use R2s. Its R2s are incredibly powerful. It scales really highly with dex. It's a ridiculous weapon. It is, in fact, a blade on a beak stick, yes. So we found a very powerful strength weapon and two very powerful dex weapons at this point. So that's pretty nice. All right. I don't remember what this moves. I think it moves... Maybe it opens a door, I think, actually, that was above us. I think there was a door above us that opens. So, all right, but now, well, we got skeletons to deal with, I guess. They're dropping to their deaths. Oh, I know why, because if you go down that way, you'll end up on the floor of the catacombs, but I don't want to go to the floor. There's a blacksmith down there that you can also find. He does fire weapon reinforcement, but I don't want to go there. Instead, I'm going to go up here. And now I don't remember where I want to go. That, I believe, spawns like 3 skeletons, so I'm not going to bother with that. In here? I don't think so. The only thing I remember about where I'm going is that there's like a... whatchamacallit? No, this isn't it. This is a treasure room. With lots of skeletons just deciding to spawn in. There we go. Well, we got 2 Estus to figure it out, I guess. I already killed the skeletons in here, so I might as well. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Grab whatever that is. I think I go up 1 more level, and then I'm in the place I need to be. Oh, I know what's going to happen here. That thing's going to shoot at me if I'm not careful, so I'll just do that. Like, it's going to pierce me with its spikes. So, yeah, I think I go up 1 more level and then I get to where I want to actually be here. Because what I'm looking for is there's a hole in a wall here somewhere. Oh, I see where I'm at. Okay. So this isn't actually the spot that I wanted to be. So instead of going here, I'm going to drop back down here again. I did it this way, I think. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank you, Dark Souls, for whacking me upside the head into something I didn't want to whack into. This is, again, genuinely just for curiosity, though, so I don't really even know why I'm bothering with this, but it's okay. We should be able to gather up our souls pretty easily from there. It's not too far away, so... And honestly, I should, at this point, since it's going to be, like, close to where I want to fall anyway, I might as well make the drop to go get the other item that I want, but... I don't want to hit up the other bonfire here, because if I hit the other bonfire up, then I'm going to have to walk all the way back out with all the skeletons, so not really keen on that. I'd rather kill the skeletons and let them be dead while I wander around and grab everything else, you know, so. He tried it. Give him credit, he did in fact try it, but it didn't really work out for him. Alright, so now, do we kill the skeletons in order to get to that spot? Is that the other bridge? It's hard to tell. Well, I can't get to where I want to go from there anyway, so... guess we're going through here again. Alright, go here so we don't get hit by the guy that's bowing it up. Go. 1 more over here. There's just a lot of skeletons in here, that's all. Something blowing up. Yeah, I probably could just use the grass crest shield to get my stamina back a little faster, but it's fine. You think there's a guy in the hallway that'll probably want to whack me upside the head as well. Over there. Probably if I walked in here, he'd probably... No? Well, he's gonna come at me now, but I wasn't sure if he'd come at me otherwise. Like, if I walked through here, would he come in behind me? Probably. If I had to guess, I'd say yes. Could be wrong, but if I had to guess, I'd say yes. Where's your friend? Oh, there's your friend. Alright, well, if we can get out of here with our souls intact, that will be pretty nice. I don't even need to go over there, but my souls are back that way, so I don't know if it's worth my while. I guess I can just attract these guys one at a time. Or send them to their deaths. That works too. Yeah, so if you don't kill the necromancer, there is one other way to kill the skeletons, and that's with gravity. Gravity is the ultimate boss of the Souls series. Nothing can escape it. Not even me. I just don't have the durability for it. Right, grab our stuff. See if I can do this time. I might just walk off here. Yeah, that works a little better. So now, I think if I go here, I'm in the right spot. I think. No, this doesn't look right either. There's supposed to be a wall that you can break around here somewhere. It's definitely not here. Because this is the way down. I think. Unless it's in here. No, this is where the switch is. Okay. Yeah, that's the way down. I wish I remembered where this was. I would feel much less lost right now if I remembered where this was. But it's got to be here somewhere. I know it's inside of this hole somewhere. Just don't know where. This was the treasure room. I'm just going to walk out of here because I don't think just walking in there would get all of them to spawn. I mean, hell, if he's not even going to attack me, then why stay here, you know? Okay. Maybe I have to go across the bridge. Not this bridge, but the other one down by where Patches is. Let's see, this is where the crystal lizards were. So we go down here. And then... out to here. This is where I dropped down. So maybe we have to go across the bridge that Patches has set up for me. I wonder if he's still over there, because if he's gone at this point, then I think I can hit the switch and not perish? Because he'll hit the switch if you're not careful.
Oh? Well, that's strange. Oh, I know what... Well, this...
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. Actually, no, I think I do know where the thing is that I'm looking for, though. It's actually across the bridge. And I don't actually know if I'll make it if I try to traipse my way across it right now. So I'm going to try. Let's see if he flings me off. He didn't. Well, that's nice of him. He might not be able to now, though, because pressing that other switch over where the Great Scythe was might have prevented that switch that was next to him from working. So, oh, good. He's getting his roll on. Ow. Okay. You know what? Yeah, if you're going to come up here one at a time, that's perfect. But if you were going to stay down there, I was going to give you some fire orb to think about. Really? Listen, man, I ain't about to mess around with no more parry animations. You can get that shit out of here. I think you can keep going that way, though. I might be able to get the item that I'm looking for by going that way, but that's determinate upon whether or not I can get out of this room alive. Treasure, huh? Yeah, treasure and an arrow, man. I think I can see where the bow, not the bow, but the arrow's coming from, though. Okay, yeah, I can. Is it worth me trying to kill that guy, though? Ow. No, because there's two of them. Just making a mad dash out of the room so I can deal with the skeletons this way. Okay, that works. Sir, you're going to have to come over here. I'm not dealing with you and the bowman at the same time. Ow. Sniper aim, I'll tell you what. Anyway, the treasure we're looking for is actually directly at the end of this hallway. But if you try to go to the end of this hallway... Surprise, motherfucker! Have a fire orb. Block this. Didn't remember how to get here. Definitely remembered that part, though. And for going over here, you can take the Dark Moon Seance Ring from this coffin. Sarcophagus? Whatever it is. You can take it from there. And that could be fairly useful to us. It's really just there to sate my curiosity about something, though. So, if you're wondering what the hell I'm thinking with that, I'll show you. Just not yet. We got to get there first. Alright, last thing we need. I'm going to go back up here, because I think the skeletons that were archerying me are up here, and then I can drop down. So, oh, necromancer. Okay, there he goes. Let my stamina come back. There we go. Okay, good. Up. Why do I get the feeling Patches is the one that wrote these messages? Because that's just the impression I'm getting at the moment. Like, I feel like every single time I'm going and doing this, I'm getting sucked into another trap of some kind. This is definitely going to spike me, yeah. Ooh, what do we got? Tranquil Walk of Peace. So that is the miracle that those stone soldiers were trying to use on me a while ago. It's, if you use it when you're fighting, I think it works on most enemies, actually. I don't think it's just exclusive to human-sized enemies, but if you use it on them, it prevents them from rolling and running. So they'll walk at the same speed as if you were on poor footing. Which is pretty great sometimes, because sometimes you just need to keep people from moving so you can beat them to death. So, that's how that is. And now we're back up here. I would love to just use these souls, because it's quite a bit of souls, honestly. I know what I can do to make this a little easier to take if I lose them. I can put the Rare Ring of Sacrifice on. We've got 2 of them. We only ever need 1. So, but if you go here, and then you got to kind of tee it up. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a ledge down there, and we will survive the fall if we do this right. So you just roll off here. Roll again when you hit the ground, and you'll survive the fall. I think there's some skeletons down here, though, that you got to be worried about. Not in there. Over here. Yeah, here he is. I knew you were there somewhere. Also got to worry about the floating heads that will try to explode all over you if you're, if you give them... If you proceed to allow them to advance, they will advance, and it's not really pretty. Alright, I think that's where I want to go, is right down there. I think. It's kind of hard to see from here, though. Well, when in doubt, Leroy Jenkins, right? Okay, yeah, this is where I want it to be. This is not the item that I wanted to grab, though. It is a large soul of a nameless soldier, but if you look over the ledge here, that is the item that I am looking for. I just need to shimmy my way down this ledge gently. Maybe go backwards a little bit, gently. So I don't walk too far. I don't want to fall too far here, because then I might fall off the ledge. It's very narrow, so... Okay, we're good. The skeletons have bone wheels now. And they never stop moving. But for going down here, we can grab the priest's set and the mace. It's taking some time to get it back, but it's making a comeback. We used it in Dark Souls 3. It was always the offhand weapon in favor of the longsword. It might be time for a reckoning. Don't call it a comeback, but it might just happen. All right, now we just got to get the hell out of here. I've got everything I need. We got the mace. We got the Darkmoon Seance ring. So now if we leave, we should be in good shape. Mace at the moment is not going to be better than the Reinforced Club. It doesn't get the bleed effect, and it doesn't have the jumping attack. It does have slightly more durability, but that's not really a big deal. It's also got more attack power at plus 15 than the Reinforced Club does. And I have to make a decision about which one I want to use here, so I'm going to figure that one out. I've got, 3 different weapons to choose from. I have Nail Hammer, Metal Hammer, Giant Hammer. All right, Conker, take it easy. You have a good one as well. We'll be done in like 10 minutes once I get out of here, so we shall see ya. Potentially on Friday when we do the next one. All right, but anyway, we got a whole bunch of souls. Let's level up with them, shall we? Okay, we can only level once. That's fine. So we'll level Vitality with it. All right. How many arrows do I need to refill on? Okay, so I'll get 17 when we go see Andre. Cool. All right, last things last. Let's get out of here. You can keep going in the catacombs, because if you go all the way down to the floor where that bone wheel skeleton is, there's a boss right down in that area. But if you accidentally rest at a bonfire at any point, the further down you go, the farther up you're going to have to climb to get out of here. And trust me when I tell you, there are certain parts of that area where climbing down, or climbing up after going down, not a whole lot of fun. Okay, ooh, okay. Sir, I have the wolf ring. I don't really care much for your spinning. Alright, a couple more skeletons on our way out of here. And then we'll be good. Actually, it might only be one more skeleton. And then whatever's in the graveyard, obviously. But, you know, don't got to worry about those guys too much. Alright, that's that. Oh, there is one more skeleton. Alright, cool. Then I will run for it. Oh, okay. That guy didn't have any sound effects. Possibly because I moved the camera too much for him to have sound effects. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, same there. Okay, well, whatever. If you don't want to have sound effects, that's fine. Alright, so now all we gotta do is escape from the skeletons in the graveyard. I could kill them, but nah, don't really feel like it. Just gonna run past them and let them do their thing. Let them respawn. I should have put the Chloranthy ring and the Grass Crest shield back on though, if I was gonna do this. But oh well. So we have a bunch of white Titanite chunks now. We got a couple of weapons that we can use. We got a +10 Pyromancy Flame. I just need to decide which of my 3 hammers I'm going to use as my primary weapon. See, the skeletons were right on my tail. That's why the fire burned out right when I rested at it. So yeah, I just need to figure out which of my weapons I'm going to use as my primary weapon of choice, and then we will return to head into Sen's Fortress and move on to the lands above after being in the lands below on the next episode of Dark Souls, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The few days off will, like I said, give me enough time to figure out what I'm going to do with this whole build. I know what I want to do for build-wise, for strength and all of that stuff. I know what I want to do for stats. It's just going to be a matter of which weapon to use at this point, and I'll figure that one out. In the meantime, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Till then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. I don't know. I've kind of grown a little bit attached to this stupid little baseball bat with nails attached to it. It doesn't fit my aesthetic, but it really, honestly, it's only 3 damage that I'm losing out on if I use this over the mace. Well, I'll tap my toes some more in this spot and I'll figure it out. I must be standing on an elevated surface because my character's model is toe tapping. That's funny. I've got a song in my heart.